All right, we're back. We're back. We're live. Killed the stream though, and it ruins it for the tomorrow. It just kind of, be honest, it throws me off for a couple days. All right. Shout out to everyone here who's live on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping back in. Things happen, but we must continue to push forward. All right? We must continue to push forward, but things do occur. Okay? I had to go do, it looked like just be careful, man. Just be careful. I've been getting some funny miners on my computer recently, so there's been some interaction with some funny business going on, honestly. Like this guy, I follow him because he posted the Divergence cheat sheet. It means he knows what's going on. Bullish investor, bearish trader. Funny. That's pretty funny. Free mini stock NBA. Okay. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Keep going, man. Thank you so much. Because you know what happens is it's like the algorithm gets killed. And you sending me that super chat kind of just gave me some light. It just gave me some light. Because, the algorithm gets killed. We had 50 people watching. It starts to move. And I find it's almost impossible to get back to where you were before. But, hey, it is what it is. Now we got 2 streams going. Should I delete the other stream? Probably should just get rid of it. But there was some good info in there. There was some good... Yeah, man, I gave you the BLZ Bitcoin trade. I hope you took it. We went over it very well. It's okay, Lifer. Don't worry. We appreciate the effort. Some things we can't control. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. What's going on, Jose? Thanks for coming on back. No, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. But we were killing it, man. We had 50 people. Anyway, we'll get back. We'll get back to where we need to be. So let's just have fun and do what I do every day. And this is what I got to do. I was thinking maybe I should just delete the other one. I could delete the other stream, right? And just get it out of there so people just know to go to one place. Because they might still be clicking on the other one. The other one already got 200 views, if you can believe that. If you can absolutely believe that. Already up to 200 views. We were on for like 10 minutes. So, hot skipping a dang, right? Had some good information too, right? Had some good information. Delete forever though? You think it'll... leave it on. Part 1, part 2. We'll leave it up, I guess. I don't know. Yo, congrats on the newest daddy on earth. Lifer has his new daughter. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. My beautiful little baby, man. She's so sweet and so cute. She was born a little small. Like 5 pounds. So she's like tiny. Like you pick her up, she feels like a paperweight. Like she is so light. But she's my light and joy. I also love my first daughter though. It's funny, man. I never thought about having 2 kids and what the dichotomy of that is. The difference and the mix. But it's interesting. And yeah. All right, let's get back into what's going on. So let's see what we went over. We were going over the biggest coins, the biggest movers. Meme coin continuing to rip, up at $2,400. Engine coin as well. BLZ up at 21, up 23%. We talk about this. And these are the trades that you can make based on these ideas. Look, the head and shoulder pattern does not have to be perfect. So it can be a slanted pattern. So look, there's your shoulder, there's your head, and there's your right shoulder. And the right shoulder starts to kind of form more clarity, right? Now you can also take this. You could also, we were in this trend line here and we broke the trend line. That was a clear trend that we broke. Came back down. What did we do? What do I talk about a lot? And what did I talk about right before the stream got cut off on us? I was talking about a falling wedge on the 4-hour where the 200-day moving average interacts. Now we're about to get a golden cross here on the 4-hour. Look at that. 50 days about to cross the 200. That's expressing a bigger move for BLZ to the upside. Also, I'll show you what I have in store for BLZ now. So that, if that wasn't confluence enough for you, you could have done this and began to make a pennant, okay? And began to make a pennant. And your question was, where do you see us going? Well, you can take the length of the base of the triangle or just the length of the price, but the base of the triangle is also valid. And that's going to put BLZ up here at this level. 33. 31 on the dot there. So yeah, I see more coming for BLZ. You know, we were getting into BLZ down when it was 8 cents, 6 cents. It was one of my first picks before August. I knew it had some deals with Sony PlayStation. They were talking about it. It was a gaming coin. Pretty interesting. So I see more coming for BLZ. Now, how would you get in? Now, the 4 hour still tells you that there's more momentum to go. So until this dotted line comes up, until this blue line comes really high above the dotted line, and we'll zoom in into that for you. But until this blue line here comes across this dotted line on the stochastics RSI, and it is now, but the red line's behind it. This has to come, creep up. The red line will creep up, and then it will cross the red line. Until we see that cross, we are bullish, my friends, and we still have this much more room to go. And I like to back test these ideas and show you how much more we moved from this dotted line here. Look, we were right here on the dotted line. It's a tiny move there. Tiny move there. But even here, look. And what I'm trying to show you is if I put a line right here, and I want to show you that's where we just started to cross the dotted line and we came up. You guys are with me here? I'm looking at this little thing near my tip jar right there. Near the tip jar. Not just for BLZ at that point, is a retest possible? In my opinion, no, it's a little too far. The retest was the wick down right there. Let's go to the 1 hour and take a look. You know, there's still a chance, you know, anything is possible. But right now I look at the 1 hour, 15 minute, and I start to see a flag here forming. At this point, you could play the 15 minute. You know, nice little easy scalp on the 15 minute. Because they were interacting with the 200-day moving average. We're curving up on the MACD. We're curving up here. And, you know, the 4 hour is still in your favor. And we're curving up there on the stochastics. You take the length of the pole. And that looks like a smaller time frame trade. You know, you could hold now till possibly 7, 8, 9 tonight. And it looks like, to me, you know, and this is what I play bullish patterns. Because this breaks out 68% of the time. So you have a 68% chance that this breaks out. Then you could put a 3.6% stop loss right here at about 20 on the dot, or even go lower to 19 if you feel the need. And that's how you play this. You're going to risk 3.4% to gain 22. That's a high risk reward ratio, 7 to 1, 6 to 1 at the very least. And this is how you do, this is my trading strategy. I look for a bullish pattern, and then I have a checklist. I make sure the whole entire checklist is fulfilled. Then I also want to look for divergences. So now I can zoom in here and start to get into divergences. Now they may be on the 5 minute. Start to get real small here. Little bit of a divergence there. And what am I saying? Well, if you swung low to swung low here, you could see that's a downtrend. But if we went here, you could see that the RSI is flattening out almost to an uptrend. So you can clearly see that's bullish divergence right there established. The 1 minute will probably make it even more apparent. And there it is. Swing up to swing up. And I knew we were going to find it based on how much I do this for a living. So swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. There it actually is the divergence right there. Textbook. So you really want to learn your divergences. It's how I trade for a living. You could buy right here, and then you could sell right there too if you wanted. It's up to you. But I see this continuing to break to the upside. Now, this could be retesting the top of this tiny channel. I don't think you're going to make a bigger retest like you asked about. So there's your question there. How about Luna? Luna's doing its thing, man. Luna is doing its thing. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys for coming on over. 24 people watching, 12 likes. I wonder where everyone went that was in the other stream. Yeah, congrats on the newest Daddy on Earth. Congrats, bro. Thank you. Back online. What did I miss? Nothing, man. You started right back where we started. So you didn't miss anything. Yeah, keep her in the dumps. Not doing the best. Reef finally making a move too, up 3.6. I'm telling you right now, Reef has that je ne sais quoi. Reef has that, what people are talking about. And look, it's starting to break out. Look at this, Reef starting to break out. Let me give you Reef in a nutshell real quick, so you can see what's going on with Reef. We'll double click it. We'll put the price action by itself, and then we'll go into the oscillators in a second. But falling wedge, beautiful retracement, right? And we're going to show you where that went too on the Fibonacci level. So we're going to take this Fibonacci on the 1 hour from this impulse. I like to take it from the exact impulse. And bam, the 618 in between the 0.5 and the 618. Look at that. Textbook bounce off the 618. I talk about this, the golden pocket. The golden pocket, my friends. We talk about this all the time. You have your golden pocket, your broader golden pocket in between the 0.5 and the 618. But then you have this little area here. And this is where the magic happens. And you can see double bottom. All right? Everything's starting to move. I like what I'm seeing here for Reef. It's breaking out after a beautiful retracement back down to this area. So Reef was all the way up here at 556. That's not where you want to buy it. You want to buy it down here. You also have declining volume here when declining price. So the volume was falling to the downside while the price was falling to the downside. That tells you that there's going to be a change in momentum. Why is that? Well, volume is like the gas to a car. What if a gas was trying to get up the hill? A car was trying to drive up a hill, but the gas was like falling. Similar idea, but they're trying to go down a hill. Not the best example because a car doesn't really need gas to go down a hill, but you know what I'm saying. What if there was big bumps the car had to get over? So even though it's downhill, it still had to kind of use some gas, right? I'm back. Thank you so much, Supreme K. Thank you. Do you think Reef will come back down to the previous resistance? At the very least, no, I don't. You know why I don't? Because it's dabbling with this area here. And once it breaks this, it's going to gap up to that next Fibonacci level at 4.4. So look for Reef to get, I think, very soon from now. We have a little more momentum on the 4 hour suggests we may come back down and test the 319.8 one last time. But the 4 hour is a little spent. That daily is looking beautiful in our favor, though. The daily is looking ready for a beautiful move to the upside. You can clearly see bounce off the 618 inside the falling wedge on our way to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for it. Also, swing up to swing up. I'm telling you about your divergences. The more you learn them, the better it is. Right here. You can even take that one, or we could take this one. And that, to me, my friends, is hidden bullish divergence. Swing down, but swinging up tells me the trend will continue for Reef. This tells me that mid-March is going to be big for Reef. Look at Luna making its move. Okay, coming out of the pattern. I see Luna getting all the way up here to $13.38. So thank you guys so much, Tavin Stoney, Supreme K, Shady Baby, everyone jumping back into the stream. I think we got almost everyone back right now. 35 people watching, 19 likes. Can we get the likes back up to the watchers? Let's get it going. Giannis Antetokounmpo. How about Luna? Went over Luna, Giannis. That would be cool if you were the real Giannis. It'd be hilarious, right? Anyway, look at this. Coming back down. I think it's going to bounce and continue to the upside. I would hold Luna till my sell zone at 13. I see a lot of people asking for these quick gains. They want the fast ones. They want the big ones. I'm telling you, the big gains come to the patient waiters, to the people who sit waiting patiently. I like what I'm seeing here for CTSI. Look at this. I like what I'm seeing here, even on the daily. And I'm going to break it down. But it's looking like a lot of the coins will start to look the same. They'll have a similar pattern to them. And you can see this is a clear head and shoulder pattern. I'm going to be making a lot of head and shoulders recently. That's really the new trend. But you can tell it's the new funky trend. And you can see how we move in cycles. Okay. Now what you could do, you can adjust this trend line to make it the neckline, like so. And there's your neckline. How do you get your target? You pull from the neckline right to the head. And then I like to swing it neckline to the head. Alt-T will give you a fast trend line, and I always forget because I'm so used to not using that shortcut. And that gives you the top of your trend line, which should match with like a previous high or an area, and it does. Like you can see these candles closed right there. So that's where we have a little bit of an issue at $29.30 for CTSI. But look for CTSI to quickly get back up to its all-time high, because then once it breaks that area, look, it has a very quick gap up. There's no resistance up here. So you have a bullish pattern, You have a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. Look at this head and shoulder pattern you have even here. Look, shoulder, giant head, shoulder. It's funny. It's even in there. And you go to that daily to look, and the daily is just getting started for a lot of these. When's the last time we started getting started for a lot of these? Was somewhere over here in the daily curving up. And yeah, you may have had to wait, but boom. A couple weeks from then, you would make some big money. And let me show you how long it took to wait, right? Because everyone wants fast money. But what if you had to buy right in here when the Stokes were low and wait for the pump? Let me get this out of the way. 39 days, 40 days, right? That's 4 weeks, right? 5 weeks almost. Thoughts on Harmony 1. Reef going to blow soon. Don't give up on it, guys. I would not give up on Reef. I think Reef will come back down to the previous resistance. I think it's possible, but even so, I would just continue to gobble up Reef. I would not miss my chance to get into Reef. I really wouldn't. Reef is going to do some big things. It's on my radar. It's one of my top 5 coins that I want to talk about today. Right? I said Bitcoin Live Market Analysis Part 2, 75K incoming plus must have alts for March. Don't miss the gain. Shout out to 42 people watching, 22 likes. That's not the lifer way. I don't know what other channel you go to, but on this channel, we hit that like button because that's how we do it. We keep it real with each other. Shout out to anyone who wants to get into FTT. FTT, the token at the FTX token. This is going to continue to go up to the upside. I see huge potential for this on the daily. Ride this out for a month. This is going to pay you well at 31 cents. It'll continue to the upside. Easily could do a BNB and go all the way to $250 not too long from now. So, FTT. Again, you could take exact calls. I could tell you exactly where to buy. You could get amazing. But you could also, this is a bull run, my friends. You could just dollar cost average. Buy some at 31. If you see it dip a little bit more, buy some at the dip. Continue to watch it on your phone throughout the day. As you see the price fluctuate, make separate buys. What about GRT? GRT is hot. GRT is going to be one of the coins I talk about. One of the top 5 coins for March is GRT. Funny that you mentioned GRT, but we just went over the first top coin for March. It's Reef, okay? Second top coin for March is going to be FTT. I want you to keep your radar on FTT. Not only does it get talked about a lot, it's a really good site. People are really liking to trade FTT. I'm seeing a lot of people go over there. I'm willing to actually take a shot over there. I like what's going on they're just getting great reviews from the customers. They're handling their business well. And because of that, they're getting a good word in the street. So I like FTT, and I see more gains out of it, 71% going up to about $52, $53. What's the token? Can't see its name. FTT. I said FTT like 17 times. So like that's kind of nuts, right? I love you, Supreme K, but I said FTT like I don't know how many times. It's the FTX token, but it's FTT. You don't really need to, right? Sorry, I'm a little harsh. I could be brash, but at the same time, I said the word FTT like, I don't know, 17 times. Anyway, so this is what I saw happening for this. I didn't think we would drop out of the pattern, but it is the same pattern if I elongate it slightly, right? Kind of a double. Nah, not that great. Let's get rid of it. And let's get rid of this shady football here. But Band Protocol, man. Band doing this funny double top and then fall to the bottom. It's funny. This is the same pattern that Band did right here. I saw this. See this? Say this isn't the same pattern. Look at it. Double tops, comes down, makes a bit of a bowl. Comes down, makes a bit of a bowl. It's just going to be a faster move out of the pattern. But you can see that Band is just following itself, doing the same thing. Doing the same thing. And what I like about this is we have hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. And the daily is ready to go. So honestly, you could trade almost any coin right now. And if you're willing to hold it for 3 to 4 or 5 weeks, you're going to make a killing. If you want to jump in and out of 100 different coins, then I don't know what's going to happen to you, honestly. I hear a lot of people, they want the gains today. They want the gains today. And I'm like looking at them like, So what do you think will happen to Bitcoin going down at the moment, or will it get back up and rerun from 52K? FTT's pumped. Any of you on Ramen BNB LP on Beefy? Now, some people got into it. I got out recently. We could talk about Beefy Finance in a little while. I'll get into all the passive income that I've been making with all the different fun things that I've been doing. Smoke Finance has been a really good paying out for me, doing really, really well. Reinvesting. Stream was cutting out for me. Sorry. Damn, man. Still? Okay. I'll take that as a good excuse. I'll take that. Don't be sorry. I love you, Supreme K. Okay. Let's continue the live stream. So divergences are key. Just keep learning your divergences. We have a divergence cheat sheet. That's what we kind of talked about before the stream got cut off here. These are what you want. These are what you're going for. Divergences all day long. All right. So about 10% across the board and a lot of these alts. So everything just kind of moving up a little bit. And then we have some bigger moves. Engine Coin again. BLZ. COS. Right. Coast. You see, I just want to keep reiterating the idea that we have these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful curved patterns here down on the stochastics RSI with these curves on the MACD. Everything was looking beautiful, but the 4 hours are getting high. What that tells me is that we will have some retracements here for a little while, you know, and the 4 hour, look how long the 4 hour takes. Like, I'll break this down for you. 4 hour curves down here, we have some downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20 hours. 4 hour curves here, we had some slight downside till we got a little more up. You can count it all the way, right? Here's some more downside here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, that's 30 hours. That's 3 days. People seem to forget, like, how long does it take for these patterns to play out? And that's what you want to start studying. Study the time so you don't get so antsy. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of antsy people. That's what I've been picking up. You know, I've been picking it up in my Patreon, picking it up. People just saying, when is this going to do it? Is it happening today? Do you see this happening in the next few days? Any love on hot hollow coin? Yo, I love hollow coin. It's funny. I've been doing hollow coin for a long time. I bought hollow coin a long time ago. What I do want to reiterate to you guys is on the show, normally we got a little breakup, so I'm having a little more fun. But on the show, normally we do Bitcoin dominance, total, and total 2. This is going to kind of show you where the whole market is moving. And it kind of tell you when you should go heavy in almost any trade. It's going to give you a rating on the entire market and show you where the whole market is. I'm going to flip hollow BTC for you, though, just because I'm a great guy and I absolutely love hollow. And I've been in it for a long time. So hot coin still continuing to rip, too, at that 002. Here, it's in the same thing, inverted head and shoulder inside the falling wedge, and it's forming a bull. Only a matter of time for this to blow up. We're going to look at the BTC pair, though. Any love for hot, hollow? Oh, you didn't even ask for the BTC pair, so we could show. I mean, this thing's doing good. It's doing good. We got in for like $100. I think it's already $400. So the $100 is starting to make a move. And again, guys, it's the same pattern. Remember when I said you're going to see the same pattern over and over again? You're going to see a lot of head and shoulders in the next couple weeks. This is just what you're going to see. All right? You can even make this your top trend line. Like that. Take your neckline to your head, flash it out as we break out. This is about to break out to the upside too. So I'm seeing momentum here on the 4 hour curving to the upside, which I like to see. I'm seeing the 1 hour getting down to the oversold region. Only a matter of time for this to break to the upside. This is also in a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. I negate that head. The head is usually the dip, but we broke back into the pattern. You know, Lifer, can you run a hollow port too, like a node? I don't know anything about hollow and hollow ports. I'm not into mining as much as I should be. I should be heavier into mining, in my opinion, but I'm not. You know, I focus on other regions, but I don't know why. I should be opening up my life to mining. I'm sure there's all different things I could mine right now. I have a computer I want to like actually get going. I have an older computer that I could build and begin to mine on. So yeah, hot coin right here, 37% gains coming. I see this coming. Think of getting out of Goose and swapping to Smoke for staking. Yo, I was going to get in. I'll show you what I've been doing for Smoke, honestly. And Smoke has been amazing. Like, look, I harvested my Smoke when we started the live stream. Let's see how much Smoke I have already. It's been like an hour. The Smokehouse Finance. And I have a video actually coming out later today about how I yield farm like a boss. So if you want to yield farm like a boss, bam, you know. So look, staking and farming. I go to my home. And this is really what I'm going to show you guys in the video later on today. So I don't want to ruin it. But look out for my video later on today. We'll unlock our wallet. We'll get locked in. I don't think I'm actually signed in right now. So it's probably going to ask me to sign in. And what Joe's saying to learn is, can you show your BTC prediction? We will. We will. Shout out to anyone who's up in the Smoke with me. We're doing our thing. we're doing our thing. So look, already 1.6 smoke harvested, right? It's at $3. That's another $6, right? I'm telling you, making like 60, sometimes 80, depending on the move and what's going on. And then what I do is I'm in the farm. I had the pulled pork pool and I had the smoked brisket pool. I left this and I put everything that was in the pulled pork pool and I moved it over here just for that extra 200%. So I noticed that difference and I switched over. Okay. Now I'm smoking 25 BNB and LP take smoke tokens, right? And then I got the steak. So what happens is I compound the steak once I get to like 3 to 4 to maybe up to 5. You know, once this is at 3, 4, or 5, I compound the steak. This steak started at 200 now and I'm 146, right? You times 150 by 3, that's a nice $500 gain. And I'm not talking about the LP token fees that we're getting, because when I get the LP tokens, they're going to be worth more too, because they're getting fees here. And then we're also getting the smoke by staking it here. So we're making money on the fees, on the liquidity, number one. We're making money here on the smoke brisket pool by putting the LP tokens into the stake. We're then harvesting the steak like regularly, like every 10 to 12 hours. And then we're sending the harvest back into this smoke pool, and we're staking it too as well, which is now still making 1,000% gains. So could you give some information about these pools? Is there a lot of risk when it comes to LP token farming? There is a lot of risk, and I'll make a whole video about it. Smoke is better than bake? I don't know. I don't think so. I think bake is a more substantial project. I think smoke is get in, get out type of thing. You know, like I've been doing this for a week, and every day I wake up in the morning like, you know, don't sleep on that 3X berry farmer. I see it, but you're making way more. I can show you way more money than that. Like if you go to jet fuel finance, all right, and look at the vaults, like there's just so much more going on, honestly. And guys, if you want to know more about BSC and the smart chain, shout out to the 58 people watching, by the way. You guys rock. Can I get 60 likes? Can I get 75 likes up in here? Can I get an amen? Pancake seems to be the winner. Pancake is good. Hollow ports are self-hosting nodes, or you can provide hosting for the network and get compensation. This is Hollow. Hollow's pretty good. Now, I'll take you a look at what I got going here. The BSC gems. Really want to get into here to the announcements. It's going to show you the hot top tokens for today. We had Sugar Pie up 143%, OXB up 85%, HODL up 69%, Psy, right? I told you I was getting into Burger last night, up 23%. Soups, I'm in Viking Swap, up 17% today, doing its thing. Alpha, up 13.8%. Alpha's big, man. Salt, up 13.9%. Soups, drugs, up 24%. Guns, up 24%. And all of these have their own sites, Tiger, Vault, and this is how it is, man. Look, the Ape Swap, 2.1 daily rate. I'll tell you what is killing it, though. You guys want to talk about the berry. Did you see today's Pancake Swap IFO? $800,000 goal. Let's look at Pancake Swap, too. So much going on, guys. I feel like we should have a we should have a BSC live stream and a regular live stream at this point, because it's just absolutely insane. Alpha Finance is good. Do you see today's Pancake Swap? You know, and how do we get in? I want to get in on that IFO. So we go to the IFO Yield Watch, unlock the wallet. So in 18 hours, right? How to take part. Before the sale, buy cake and BNB tokens. Get cake and BNB LB tokens by adding cake and BNB liquidity. During the sale, while the sale is live, commit your cake and LP tokens to buy IFO tokens. After the sale, claim the tokens you bought along with any unspent funds. Done. I don't know. BNB is going to do so well. Yield Watch. I want to know a smart yield finding dashboard on Binance, but that's really cool. We want a dashboard, right? I want to see all the stakes I'm in. I want to see where all the money's at. Right now, I have no idea what's going on. I have 1,000 stakes. So this is really interesting, actually. I like what it's going to do. It's going to solve an issue, and it's going to do well. I'm really torn on which BSC pool I should dive into. So many. It's true. Right now, Beefy is killing them. I'll be honest. Beefy Finance. I got into it at first. I didn't like the setup or the look. Wasn't like my favorite look, but I do like Beefy Finance a lot. So shout out to everyone on the live stream. Can we get the likes up, though? I'd appreciate it. We get the likes up. It helps the algorithm. It helps you meet someone you like, because you liked me, so you came to my channel. They like me. They came to my channel. And then you guys actually meet in the Telegram group in the link below. And, you know, you become good friends, man, with people that are like-minded. It's a beautiful thing. So the like button really just helps you kind of on your own way. So take it out. I was in the I was in the Crow pool for a long time. I just got out last night. We were in there for $5.7 million APY, and now it's at 165. That's 1,000%, and you're getting 2% daily on top of it. That's not 2% daily calculated. You're getting the APY and the 2% daily. All right, for the Crow BUSD LP token. All right, now the Ramen pool, 368.69 million percent. That's a million percent. 473 million percent. So the Ramen pool with the 4% daily, there's really nothing beating it right now. There's really nothing beating it. Now, you can have horrible and permanent losses, all right? A lot of people don't understand what's going on. I had a beautiful article that I read last night all about impermanent losses. And it explains like impermanent losses happens when you provide liquidity, right? From Binance Academy. So you really want to understand this stuff, okay? So right now we're going to break it down for you, and I'll probably end up making this a video. So hey, let's make it a video today, right now. Hi, welcome to my channel. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm the Crypto Lifer. If you like the vibe that I provide, please. Hi, I'm the Crypto Lifer. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. I absolutely love the comments. Today, I'm going to get into impermanent losses. A lot of people are getting into liquidity pools, LP tokens, but they don't really understand the risk. I want to break down the risk for you, explain what's going on, so you can make a better informed decision of how to invest. So here we go. Impermanent losses explained. If you've been involved with DeFi at all, you've almost certainly heard of the term thrown around. Impermanent loss happens when the price of your token changes compared to when you deposited them in the pool. The larger the change, the bigger the loss. Wait, so I can lose money by providing liquidity? And why is the loss impermanent? Well, it comes from an inherent design characteristic of a special kind of market called an automated market maker, an AMM. Providing liquidity to a liquidity pool can be a profitable venture, but you'll need to keep the concept of impermanent losses in mind. DeFi protocols like Uniswap, SushiSwap, or PancakeSwap have seen an explosion of volume and liquidity. These liquidity protocols enable essentially anyone with funds to become a market maker and earn trading fees. These liquidity protocols enable essentially anyone with funds to become a market maker and earn market trading fees. Democratizing market making has enabled a lot of frictionless economic activity in the crypto space. So what do you need to know if you want to provide liquidity for these platforms? In this article, we'll discuss one of the most important concepts, impermanent loss. Impermanent loss happens when you provide liquidity to a liquidity pool, and the price of your deposited asset changes compared to when you deposited them. Okay? The bigger the change is, the more you are exposed to impermanent loss. In this case, the loss means less dollar value at the time of withdrawal than at the time of deposit. Pools that contain assets in a relatively small price range will be less exposed to impermanent loss. Stablecoins or different wrapped versions of a coin, for example, will stay in a relatively contained price range. In this case, there's a smaller risk of impermanent loss for liquidity providers. So why do liquidity providers still provide liquidity if they're exposed to potential losses? Well, impermanent loss can still be counteracted by trading fees. In fact, even pools on Uniswap that are quite exposed to impermanent loss can be profitable thanks to the trading fees. Uniswap charges 0.3% on every trade, and that directly goes to the liquidity providers. If there's a lot of trading volume happening on a given pool, it can be profitable to provide liquidity even if the pool is heavily exposed to impermanent loss. This, however, depends on the protocol, the specific pool, the deposit of assets, and even wider market conditions. So, I'll give you an example. I got into smoke at $12. I started providing liquidity. It went all the way to $2. That was a horrible loss, right? I put $500, turned into $200. But I earned so much fees, and I made so much on staking the LP tokens that I ended up doubling my $500 to $1,000, despite even losing in the price action by all the accumulative interest. So mind-blowing, right? Mind-blowing, okay? So how does it happen? Let's go through an example. Alice deposits 1 ETH and 100 DAI into a liquidity pool. In this particular automated market maker, AMM, the deposit of token pair needs to be the equivalent of value. This means the price of ETH is 100 DAI at the time of deposit. This also means that the dollar value of ALTS's deposit is 200 at the time of deposit. In addition, there's a total of 10 ETH and 1,000 DAI in the pool, funded by other LPs, just like ALTS. So ALTS has a 10% share of that pool, and the total liquidity is 10,000. Let's say the price of ETH increases. So let's say the price of ETH increases to 400 DAI. While this is happening, arbitrage traders will add DAI to the pool and remove ETH from it until the ratio reflects the current price. Remember, AMMs don't have order books. What determines the price of the assets in the pool is the ratio between them in the pool. While liquidity remains constant in the pool, the ratio of the asset changes. If ETH is now 400 DAI, the ratio between how much ETH and how much DAI is in the pool has changed. There is now 5 ETH and 2,000 DAI in the pool, thanks to the work of arbitrage traders. So Alice decides to withdraw her funds. As we know from earlier, she's entitled to a 10% share of the pool. As a result, she can withdraw 0.5 ETH and 200 DAI, totaling 400 USD. She made some nice profits since her deposit of the tokens was worth 200, right? But wait, what would have happened if she just held her 1 ETH and the 200 DAI? The combined dollar value of these holdings would be 500 USD now. We can see that Alice would have been better off holding rather than depositing into the liquidity pool. This is what we call impermanent loss. In this case, Alice's loss wasn't that substantial as the initial deposit was a relatively small amount. Keep in mind, however, that impermanent loss can lead to big losses, including a significant portion of the initial deposit. With that said, Alice's example completely disregards the trading fees she could have earned from providing liquidity. In many cases, the fees earned would negate the losses and make providing liquidity profitable nonetheless. Even so, it's crucial to understand impermanent loss before providing liquidity to a DeFi protocol. So, they happen when the price of the asset in the pool changes. But how much is it exactly? We can plot this on a graph. Note, this doesn't account for fees earned from the liquidity pool. So if there's a 1.25% price change, you get a 0.6% loss. So not bad if you get a double if the price goes up by 1.25%. You know, so there's so much going on here, right? And the risk of providing liquidities. Frankly, impermanent loss isn't a great name. It's called impermanent loss because the losses only become realized once you withdraw your coins from the liquidity pool. At that point, however, the losses very much become permanent. The fees you earn may be able to compensate for the losses, but it's still a slightly misleading name. Be extra careful when you deposit your funds into an AMM. As we've discussed, some liquidity pools are much more exposed to impermanent loss than others. A simple rule, the more volatile the assets are in the pool, the more likely it is that you can get exposed to an impermanent loss. It can also be better to start by depositing a small amount. That way, you can get a rough estimation of what returns you can expect before committing a more significant amount. One last point to look for: more tried and tested AMAs. DeFi makes it quick and easy for anyone to fork an existing AMM and add small changes. This, however, may expose you to bugs, potentially leaving your funds stuck in the AMA forever. If a liquidity pool promises unusually high returns, there's probably a trade-off somewhere, and the associated risks are also higher. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And if you'd like to get to know me more, please hit the link in the Telegram. That's where you can join my group and become a lifer. And look out for more videos of this nature to help you guys understand DeFi moving forward. All right, so that's it. I'm going to cut that up later on and turn it into a video. I'll pull it off of the internet, download it, cut it, and turn that into a video. So thank you guys for sitting through that. I appreciate it, but I think we all should know that information, and it was important that we went through it. Hi, I'm staking on Cake and PancakeSwap because of you. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. I might earn something. Can't wait till I can afford a session with you. Purple Lioness 83, thank you so much. Saw another ad before the stream. Are you going to cover Beefy Finance on your video later? Yeah, we'll go over Beefy Finance. Learn day by day. Brilliant. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. No, that's how we create content out of the live stream because, you know, we got to keep pushing forward. So now we have some more content to come out with, right? We're already here doing our thing. So look at the jet fuel, man. 5,405%, as we just talked about providing liquidity and how dangerous it could be. Fuel BNB. Now, this is why I like the smokehouse. Smoke has been sitting between 281, 260, 290 in this beautiful area. And you can see the smoke just keeps accumulating. There's now 2 smoke, another $4. This is just paying me consistently over and over and over again. I may get out though. I think I've done well. It's been a week straight of doing this, and I just feel like every day that I'm in it, I'm more exposed, right? I got BNB in here that I got working. I'd like to maybe bring that back to get into the berry pool. So I'm thinking of getting into the berry pool on berry data. Berry is an amazing coin too. I want to discuss berry right now. If you don't have it on your radar, let's go over berry. This is another coin I think you should have. There's my YFDI coming back to $5,360 a coin too, doing its thing. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please hit that like button. Don't make me beg, even though I will. Hit that like button. Let's get it up. 54 people watching. Let's get 54 likes. If you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. You're going to learn something amazing every single time. Are you mainly using PancakeSwap only? Do you use other swapping sites? Recommendations? That's a funny question. I'll tell you what I do is I make an Excel spreadsheet where I have all the stakes that I'm doing. And one day, maybe I'm going to show you. If you join my Patreon, I shared every stake that I'm in with my Patreons. So look, if you join my Patreon, it's $25 a month. But honestly, probably in the first 3 weeks, you'll make enough money to pay for the Patreon for a long time. So here's my Patreon. How we got there was we just hit the link, join my Patreon right here. Berry to $100, possibly $200 in a year. That's insane. That's insane because I have 100 berries, so that would be pretty awesome. And I just kind of got them mining and doing my thing. I don't remember paying that much for them. Shout out to everyone who is in my Patreon. 25 patrons giving me $465 a month. And I won't show you the post, but they got some exclusive posts last night. I gave them some trades that I did not put in my regular live stream. So, so this is amazing. And what I'm going to do too is I'm going to share my entire portfolio later on today. And I'm also going to share, I also have already shared with them in the post section, everything that I'm staking. So I'll give you a little bit of a window, but I'm into Smokehouse. I'm into Viking Finance. All right. The Viking. I'm into Nugget DeFi, right? I'm also into some other stuff, right? I'm into YFDI. I'm staking my YFDI, which has been very, very profitable. YFDI is not as crazy, 70% a year, nice and easy, right? Doesn't give me the heebie-jeebies like these other ones, right? So I'm just, and I love PancakeSwap. Right now I'm doing a pool. Where are my pools? I got some pools going. I'm staking sushi right now. They only let you stake 50 sushi. But it was a good pool, so why not? So I put my sushi to work to earn some cake, doing my thing there. And then I'm also in a reef pool, a reef BNB pool. I wonder if that pool's in the farm, actually. Let's see if that farm is still open. Active, staked only, you hit this. Oh, they changed the site. Look, they changed the site to like elongated look, just like Beefy Finance. Look at that with the multiplier. So they changed the look of the site. This didn't look like this just not too long from now. Or maybe actually you hit this and it will change the way it looks. Okay, yeah. I kind of like this look better. I don't know why. But this is easier to see what's going on. And you can hit staked only. And you can see I'm right here. And I'm not earning too much. This is actually a slow return, 118%. But it was something to do with my reef, so I put it in there. Right? I put it in there. Bam. And I can harvest it at any time. I got my LP token staked for my reef BNB. So I have a lot of BNB working. There's a lot of BNB out there in the mix for me. And I'm just letting it run, right? I did the lottery one time. I don't suggest it. I don't like to play the lottery anyway. And you can look for the highest returns here, 94%, 79%. What I like about cake is it's calmed down a little bit. But look, I'm in that cake pool, 173%. The sushi pool is really the best. The berry, I ran this berry pool for a long time and I earned some berry. I did earn berry. It was nice. It was a good deal. I'm getting into Swing B. I want you guys to know about Swing B. Swing B looks like it's going to be pretty hot. It's on my radar right now. I think we should talk about Swing B. 63 people watching. Thank you guys so much. Would it be wise to go into smoke and just stake, as the APR is rather high on there for only staking? It seems like a no-brainer to me, but also seems too good to be true. Hey, I've been doing it for a week. I won 15 cake in the lottery, man. Hey, shout out to Brian for winning the lottery. That's pretty cool. When bacon cake going back to new all-time highs. I'll take a look at that for you on the charts, but not too long from now. I'd say by the end of March, we will be at some crazy places for bake and cake. So we went over impermanent loss. It's pretty cool that we did that with an example, kind of went in depth. I really appreciate anyone who sat there with me through that. I think it's important that we go over that type of stuff. Beefy Finance giving out the biggest returns right now, this $3.68 million APY on ramen. I think I really want to get down on this. Like, I may actually move my smoke moves into ramen. But again, You read about the impermanent losses. Once you get something going, like smoke is sitting at a nice price. So is BNB. So we're getting nice fees because things are sitting where they should be, right? And just kind of ripping. Bake has a 10 exponential, easy. I think I'll invest $1,200 in Bake. Dude, don't skip your berry stake. All right, so let's go over the berry data. All right, and we'll talk about the berry stake. I haven't gotten into the berry stake yet. You're right. I should just stake it. I will. It's just, you know what? I'm throwing so much BNB around, man, that my BNB is just like, it's all over the place, you know? Ramen got hammered over the last 48 hours. Good thing about staking Bake in bread is that there's no risk. I mean, there's always risk. Don't say that. There's always inherent risk. There's some type of risk at all times, right? So we go to the berry farm here. We unlock our wallet. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let's see what's going on with the berry farm. I looked at it yesterday, and it was tempting. 430% with a 3x multiplier. What does a 3x multiplier mean? That's what I don't understand. See the 3x? That just means 393%, or you get a 3x on top of that, right? How you would do this, very simple, guys. I'm kind of an LP master at this point. Been doing it a lot. So I would hit my max berry. Which they already have here. It takes a second, unlock wallet, which you already did. I don't know what's taking so long. So you max at your berry 100. I'd have to put 3.8 BNB in the mix here. Now, I don't have the BNB at the moment. I'd have to send it on in. 3.8. I do have it. But I keep going into my BNB vault, man, over and over again. 3x on top. Okay. I'm going to have to go send some BNB. That's going to take me opening up the NORD or getting my phone and getting busy. So let's see what's going on. I was worried that the NORD had something to do with the issues today on the live stream too, so I want to be careful. Is 3x awards for March, so next month at a current liquidity APR would drop to 126%? I don't know. That's a good question. We might have a little bit of a blip right now, but don't worry, guys. We should stay on. Let's jump with. There should be like no latency today too. I took off all the latency. 10:58. Okay, we're gonna stay on Binance Smart Chain for a second. Then we're gonna get into your tickers for sure. Tickers for sure. All right. Tickers for sure. Summer, could you bring me my phone, baby? I know, but I just need my phone. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump in on this. I have the BNB. I got the berry. I'm gonna jump in on this. There's no reason not to. And I think I don't know why it's feeling safe. The site looks safer. I don't know. I can't explain why the site feels nice and cozy, but it feels nice. Feels nice, right? Now, remember though, you can suffer impermanent losses too. So you gotta be careful, right? And as I get exposed to more and more of the liquidity pools, I just get a little shaky, right? Like I'm in the 1-inch liquidity pool. I'm doing a lot when it comes to, I'm in like 10 liquidity pools at this point. Once I get into something, I kind of go all in. So we're in a lot of liquidity pools for a reason. A little crazy, right? 3x ends end of the month. Yeah, so you can only get it for a little while. You're right. I should have gotten it in the last few days. So look, I got 508 1-inch, right? And you can stake it in the government's DAO. So what I did is here, I unstaked it right here in governance just to give me a vote, right? It gives me votes. I think that's all. I don't even think you get anything up. And wake up. You sleep easy on the berry site pool and wake up to good returns. I agree, man. I agree. I'm going to stake them out. I'm going to stake them. Like right now here, I'm on the DAO. This DAO actually was pretty cool. Look at the pool. The pool was 1,000%. See this? 1,000 plus 45. It kind of fluctuates. The other day was 45. Now it's back to the 1,000% plus the 45. So I think this is going to be quite a lucrative stake here. This 1-inch to BNB stake that I got going in. It's it's one of my biggest stakes. It's like, in the $3,000 range. And then I took the LP token, and you can stake it here for an additional 45% APY. And that's gave me $11 here on the 1-inch reward. There you go. So we're doing a lot of different things. We're doing smoke. I'm also on Viking Finance. Let's take a look at what I'm doing on Viking. So I'm not doing too much crazy stuff on Viking Swap, but I'm up there. It actually is up 17% today as well. I like what I'm seeing. And I bought some burger last night. I did buy some burger last night. I got out of my Crow BNB stake. Shout out to Isaac for subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much, Isaac, for subscribing. Bro, can I invest in the Cake token? Of course you can. You can do whatever you want in your life. As Berry is an oracle for Binance, it should follow BNB if it goes up, meaning less chance of impermanent loss. Bro, can I invest in Cake? Yeah, I agree with you, Oi Rodney. I agree with you on that. I do. That's a good idea. For the steadfast warriors who stand with us, arm in arm, in our Skjalborg shield wall, we salute you, right? The Skjalborg, 30,000 buyback. And then they burned 1,870 Viking. Pretty nice, right? So we're slowly earning some Viking. We could harvest that. Oh, let's see the Armony. The Vikings are earning all right now. So I got no pools going. I'm not in any pools. And once you start getting into pools, you kind of don't want to stake anymore because it's like, what's the point, right? But I'm harvesting, compounding, not a lot. Wow, the Viking went up hard. It was $3 last night. It's now back to $17. So I like what I'm seeing there for Viking starting to make a move back to the upside. So yeah. I love the blogs. They have an audit by Hacking too. So I went over the audit a little bit last night. Try to give myself, read through it. But it's, hey, at least they got audited. It doesn't mean everything, but it's better than nothing, right? We're also in gold. We're also in Nugget. Chill. Yes, bud, chill. Where are my mods today, man? Where are my mods? Cake price prediction after 1 year. Can I invest in Cake token? Cake price prediction after 1 year. Wow. Dude, send a super chat, man. Jesus. Now I'm going to now I want to not answer his question until he sends a super chat, I made a video about Pancake Swap, man. Go watch it. How's that? That's rude. That's rude of me, right? But he's kind of being invasive in the chat. So look, check it out, guy. A series. You want to learn what my price prediction for Pancake Swap? I'm going to make you get me a view. You're going to have to go over and hit me with a view. All right. So if you go to my channel, I could easily give you it right now. But why? When I have a beautiful video right here that's got 14,000 views and growing, and I want it to go all the way to 20K. So this could be my big winner. And yeah, this is going to give you the price prediction. It's in there. Someone even somewhere in the section, congrats, you're already a multimillionaire. This guy is funny. Sorry, working. Messages from Jesse, deleted message. It's funny, man. You're funny. Jesse jumps on there, though. Jesus, spam. Awesome. XBT 1 day, please. Willie Brown. A series, man. That's what happens, man. My Jesse B, he got the wrench on you fast. So don't play games with the Lifer crew. Don't waste space in that place. It's not how you get what you need, right? Anyway, how do I get smoke tokens? I can't find it. You get smoke tokens on the Binance on Pancake Swap. All right, let me show you how to get smoke tokens. Which I'm actually going to show you how to do that in the video that comes out later on today. Looks like 2 videos are going to come out today. So we have 2 videos ready to rock. So get your BNB or BUSD, whichever you want. I like BUSD personally, but you can get BUSD. The reason why I like BUSD is just because it doesn't do that like funky difference, and it just looks cleaner. So I jump into BUSD. I buy some BUSD. So make sure you get some BUSD. You also have to have Binance in your wallet, Binance coin, because if you don't have some Binance, it's not going to pay the fees. So make sure, look, I got 0.86 Binance coin in there. It says ETH. If you want to get rid of that, go to the ETH mainnet and then go back to the Binance Smart Chain. It should flip back to BNB for you. See that? Just an annoying thing. I don't understand why it does that. And I don't understand why it doesn't put it here or into the wrap BNB place like it's different. And it is what it is. But that's something, right? We got some comp right now, too. We got comp. I want to stake that comp just sitting there doing nothing. That's like $1,000 worth of comp, too, because it's a $500 coin, right? There's my berry, and you can see all the LPs and all the smokes and all the different things I've done, right? So here, you go here, and I like BUSD, but you can use BNB. You can use whatever you want. You can use Litecoin. You can do whatever you want. I also suggest using the 1inch exchange because 1inch exchange rocks out, okay? So you can connect the wallet, Binance Smart Chain, MetaMask. I actually like the user experience here too. It's pretty interesting, right? And boom, we're here. And now you can go here. And look, it's going to show me too what I have in the wallet, which is kind of clean and nice. You don't see that a lot. Smoke. Now I've added smoke. Now if you haven't added smoke, you can hit this button, right? And it's going to be the same on any exchange, right? So you hit this add custom token. You're going to go over to CoinGecko, and you're going to type in smoke, which is the Smokehouse Finance. Okay. You're going to come and you're going to copy the contract address right there, right? Copy the contract address on BSC. You can also go to BSC scan. Okay, let me show you this. And sometimes you have to do this a lot because the coin you have is not the coin you need. BSCscan.com. Okay, type in smoke. This is the same thing, the Smokehouse Finance. This is the more official place to do it too, if you want. I like to do it in both places sometimes just to make myself feel comfortable. And look, the contract address, OX with the C4EA. I double click that. I go back here, contract, look, C4EA. Now I know I have 2 places of verification, that I know I have the proper address, right? This is important. Now you can go back here and you can just paste the address in here. It's not whitelisted by adding a custom token. You confirm, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've already done that, so that's why it doesn't poke up. But here, Pancake Swap, you can do it here. So custom token, you paste in the address. It's going to find it, right? Look, I could remove it now, right? Now I can add it. This is what would happen. So, look, I don't have smoke in. I've pasted it here. I hit add, okay? I now click on it. Now smoke is ready to go. Now you can swap 1.2 BNB for 104 smoke. Boom. Or you could add liquidity. Whatever you want to do. Same scenario. Same scenario. And that's how you add smoke, okay? What if you just paste the address in the search bar? Hey, great stream as always. Can I ask you something? What do you think about Chills? It'll expand to the U.S. sports market. I think Chills is big. I don't know about it expanding to the U.S. sports market. Maybe there'll be someone else, but I think it's going to be huge. And I think it's going to grow and grow and grow. So, yeah, I really like what's happening with Chills. And I think you're onto something if you're into chilies. I don't have any chilies, and it's just like, you know what? I'm not chasing after it. I have bags of so many other things. But you never know. If I get into some profits and I see Chills doing its thing, you may see me expand myself over into Chills. So, there's a chance. I like the project a lot. It's on my radar. I would have liked to have bought in it below 2 cents and rode it. I like to get into things really early. If I miss the early stages, to me, it's done. I'm over that. So I'm looking for either to add to bags that I got in on the early stages just to complement the early buy, or just to actually look for something else that's in a similar scenario as to like something with a lower market cap below that $10 billion mark. So yeah. Okay. It has an office in New York, just came out and really pumped today. Wow. What is he talking about? Let's see here. Never mind. Yeah, it was on the news. They said $500 million open an office in New York. Who? Hey, great stream as always. Yeah, Chili's opening an office in New York City. It's a big deal then. I like what that's huge news. That's huge news. Chili's opening up an office in New York City. That's a big deal. So I like hearing stuff like that. Thank you for including that into the live. The Barcelona coin is like $14. That's just one club. How many coins are you actually watching at any given time? How many coins am I watching at any given time? Probably up to 2, 3, 4, 500 at a time. I mean, I got my head over the whole market. Hey, look at Moonswap, bro. Moon made some amazing gains. I believe Moonswap was hot too, man. Hey, I wish I could be on every single one of them, man. I wish I could get on every single one of these. Moonswap, the next generation protocol for DEXs, high speed and zero gas. Launched the app. Really? High speed and zero gas? Continuously free? Is this going to be on the Binance Smart Chain? Connect the wallet. Install the Conflicts portal. Always got to do something, huh? So they have like a portal. Add to Chrome. Looks like it's going to run through my MetaMask. Careful though. I've been doing some downloading. I found some miners on my computer recently. A honey miner, which isn't bad. I don't mind the honey miner. I used to run the honey miner a lot. Now I'm going to have to create a wallet. Well, so that's something we'll do at another time. So Moonswap with its own stuff going on here though. Interesting. Look at the farms and the staking. I'm going to have to connect the wallet. 268% daily on C-Moon and C-ETH. Jupiter. It looks a lot like JewelSwap. They look like they took JewelSwap's kind of look and kind of went around. The Conflux Gateway up to 150% APY. I like what's going on here, though. It's interesting. Learn more about wallets. So I'm going to have to get a Conflux Portal wallet. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. They're the only ones with their own kind of new thing going on. And they're saying, look, but look, everything is wrapped asset, like Conflux assets, right? With the C in front. Interesting. They even have a game going on, Con Dragon, play the game. It's quite interesting. We definitely need a passive income stream. Hydro token is in CoinMarketCap, up in 1 day. That's insane. Hydro token. Is it here too? Hydro token. This portal's trying to take over, as you can see. Hydro token. Hydro protocol. Another hot coin? Damn, man. 498% a year. So this is something different. You said CoinMarketCap. I didn't listen. I just thought maybe it would be on the other one as well. All right, let's get back into the tickers, guys. If Chili's can get into the top leagues, 52 people watching, 53 likes. If Chili's can get up into the top leagues of the U.S., it'll go up a lot. Yeah, Hydro token and CoinMarketCap. I just want to take a look at that, and then we're going to get back into like the regular show. Hit up some news. Hey, the Binance Smart Chain is taking over a lot. As much as I want to kind of control the show, you guys are talking about a lot of different things, and this is what's on your radar. So I like to kind of complement your ideas with my ideas and find a happy medium on the show. What do you use? Do you use AutoFarm at all? No, I haven't used AutoFarm yet. XTZ BTC on the daily, please. We'll take a look at that. Bitcoin holding this 50,968 level. If you watched the live stream yesterday, we got into a trade, 32x leverage trade, right around 47,600, and we added to the trade on a dip. And our liquidation was 46,005. We did not get liquidated. We got pretty damn close, but we did not get liquidated. Ended up turning a nice profit and making moves in the futures trade. So futures have been good to me for the last few weeks. Just continuing to grow a small futures account into a bigger one. Yes, it went from 0.002 to 11 cents. Hydro, let's see. That's nuts. Imagine that. Hydro. Is this it right here? 207. Wow, up 13,000% in a day. Now, sometimes you look at this, though, and you'll see it has no liquidity, right? Market cap is 1.2 million. That's amazing to have a small market cap like that. 1.2 million, volume 2.1 million. What markets was this on? You know, if it had very small volume. So yesterday, it had a volume of 84,000, or on Bittrex, it only had 84,000. So CoinEx exchange, it was on one exchange when all this happened, right? It's kind of shady. Right, a little Market Talks had no, so it was on some other exchanges with barely any liquidity. So I don't know what's going on CoinEx, but wow, this thing did rip, right? Unbelievable. But it's kind of a likely story. Like it's not as beautiful as you want it to be, right? It was on one exchange, a little shady, so lack of liquidity. Good look, everyone. They did a coin burn yesterday. Have you ever done a video on futures trading? Yeah, I used to futures trade live on the stream, like many times. We made live streams. That's kind of how the channel grew. I was doing live trades all the time, and like people would just watch them play out. Sometimes they were literally like for a couple thousand. One of the biggest ones was a $14,000 scalp. We ended up making $300 in like literally a minute and a half. So we were doing live trades on the stream a lot. Before the bull market really kicked off, and then I changed my trading strategy. It was very hard to trade September and October. You had to learn how to scalp. You had to find different ways to make a killing. And it changed. It changed from accumulating the good coins and letting them rip for you. And that's kind of the next plan of action here. So that's what I've been doing now is like I got into Aave at 80 cents. We got into Cardano at 8 cents. We got into multiple coins. Atom, Algo down at 30 cents. It's at $1.11. Like, there really isn't a coin we haven't done almost a 6 to 7, 8x in. Parsec at 19 cents. It's all the way up at $1.25. You know, that's another 6x. 1 inch, we're buying at $1.34. It's already a 418. We've done almost a 4x on 1 inch. And we continue to talk about 1 inch and continue to show the potential gains of 1 inch. So just something to think about, put on your radar, that this channel has been killing it, man, in many different ways. Not only do we cover DeFi, and not many channels do what we're doing. You see a lot of trading channels, but they don't know a damn thing about PancakeSwap. You see a lot about PancakeSwap guys that don't know a damn thing about trading. We do it all here. We also even have tutoring with proper risk management, you know, so like we encompass it all. I even tell you how to be safe, what wallets to get, things of that nature, how to keep your account safe. So not going to lie, I'd even pay to join a stream to watch you do that. Hey, you know what? Would you do live trades again? Would be very interesting. You know what I'll do is I'll do some live trades in the Discord. So what I'm going to do is if you join my Patreon, here it is. I'll put you up to this. You join my Patreon right now, $25 a month. You join the high tier, okay? Everyone in the high tier will get invited to a live stream where we learn how to trade futures live. Okay, it'll be a live training, a live futures training, and that's what I'll give away to my Patreons. Like once or twice a month, we'll do live trainings for the Patreon members. I saw someone talk about one-on-one sesh. What's the price of that? One-on-one sessions. Let me just break it down for you, kind of, you know, now that someone's asking, real quick, and then I'm gonna plug myself for a second, and then we're gonna move on. But one-on-one sessions here. You go to the beginner group. I have number one. You join my first group in the link. All right. Then you go to the pinned messages. Okay, and I know there's some things here that are pinned. More than I would like, actually. I don't know if someone's pinning things that I don't agree with. Anyway, and we forward this. I would forward this I'm going to forward this to my own channel and pin it yet again. Okay? But these are all the rooms that we've made. Everyone, if you're new, you don't need to scroll through here for gems. I have this all organized. Join this group for calls and charts only. This will give you the calls and the charts. Join this group for my big statement, big news, and reminders. It's the billboard. Go here to learn about Binance Smart Chain, right? If you just want to get into Binance Smart Chain, you want to know how to set up your MetaMask wallet, stuff like that. Go here if you want to learn how to Uniswap and find out about pre-sales and DeFi staking. That was before BSE took over. And go here if you're a beginner, right? Now I take this too, and I'm going to kind of want to repin the message, right? So maybe I'd unpin this one and repin it again. I think that's what I would do. Because I want it to be the first pin, right? Anyway, see how this stuff gets annoying for me even. So join this group. Then right here, my pin message, which I'd like to pin again, but it won't let me. Oh, pin message. There we go. Bam. Right? So now if you go to the pin messages, it'll be the first message here. Now you want to join the beginner room, right? If you join the beginner room, there's another pin message. And in that, it basically is this. Welcome. First of all, thank you for joining and becoming a part of the group. I do let people be free, but we focus on crypto and trades. You know, as the group has grown more and more, people have been tutored by me, and we have some experts here as well. No negativity is tolerated, yada, 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 right? We offer technical analysis as well with a risk management system that I've perfected. Let me know your time zone and your schedule, and we can begin. It's $100 an hour. You could pay me at Venmo. You could pay me at PayPal. You can do Cash App. You can send BUSD on Binance Smart Chain. That is going to be the cheapest way to pay me, is to get some BUSD and send it through Binance Smart Chain. You could also pay me in Tether. Nano is also the cheapest way to pay me. Okay? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash. However you want. There's like about 10 ways to pay. And we'll sit with you, and I'll break down my entire strategy, how I do proper risk management, because there's a lot of people showing you how to trade, but they're not giving you guys any risk management at all. And that's horrible. That's not good. People need to learn how to find a stop loss, why to put a stop loss, how much to put it into a trade, and why. Okay? It'll teach you how to trade confidently. So worth it. Do it. So Andy took one recently, and he's been saying, and then there's a lot of people even in the in the beginners group who really talk a lot about how good the training was. And we go in depth. And then once you're here on my live streams, things start to make a lot more sense, in my opinion. I think it's like almost crucial you do a tutoring session with me, and then if you stick to the live streams, you just end up paying yourself. Like, it's a way to get paid. I've been successful as a trader. I've been making money in many different ways throughout crypto. So I form proof that you could do this for a living. I really am forming proof that you could do this for a living, but you got to be consistent. It's not going to be easy, right? But if this is something you want in life, I will help you get there. I like anyone who's truly passionate about crypto and in the crypto space. Okay, let's get into the tickers, man. I was holding 30K and it went to 3 and went down to 300. I was holding 30K and it went down to 300. Damn. Have you ever done a video on futures trading? They did a coin burn yesterday. Good luck, everyone. I was holding 3K and went down to 300. Jesus. Would you do live trades again? Would be very interesting. Not going to lie. I'd even pay to join a stream to watch you do that. Yeah. It'll teach you how to trade confidently. How many sessions would you say a beginner needs? 1 or 2, man. 1 or 2. A lot of people try to overpay for like 4 or 5 sessions. Like every once in a while, someone will send me like $500 and they're like, I want 5 sessions. And to me, I'm just like, if you do the right thing, and you start listening to me, 1 or 2 sessions, man, and then maybe like a session every month, you know, maybe you're making good money. Some people just make good trades at this point and they want to just kick it with me and like go over their trades and talk like they're confident, they feel better. And they're just like, yo, I just made another 5K. Like, I want to sit with you for $100 and just like go over my trades and see if there's anything else I could do, you know? As you start making money, you start getting, you know, you get to euphoria, you feel better about your life, and you realize where it came from. It came from joining the channel, joining the group. So what do we see happening for Bitcoin right now? Okay, we'll take a look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour. It's about to be oversold. So that tells me that Bitcoin's about to rip again for its next move. So it's forming this channel now. And you can even go to the 15-minute and find 2 channels and say, which channel does Bitcoin want, right? It has this upswing. I like what we're seeing here for Bitcoin. So easy trade on the 15-minute. We're low on the stochastics right here. You know what? I'm going to go get my phone. I'm going to make a trade live. All right? Give me 1 second. I'm going to make a trade live for you guys. A futures live trade, just like you asked. All right, because I see some opportunity in the game. And when I see opportunity, I don't want to miss it. So here we go. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We'll take a look at GRT. We'll take a look at your tickers as well, and we'll get it moving. All right. Theta is huge. Okay, so we're gonna get into the live right now. We're gonna get into a live trade. All right. So first thing you want to do, this is also a good thing. First thing you want to do is double check and make sure that you're in a proper country. So my VPN, Canada, we're doing well, right? Everything got to be slow when you get onto Binance. Take a deep breath. Don't rush anything when it comes to crypto. Saw someone in our group talking about how he got it, send coins to the wrong, send a small amount of coins first. If you're going to do a transaction you've never done before. If you're uncomfortable with doing something, send a small amount of coin. Okay. Losing subscribers, I guess people can't wait, man. 47 people watching, damn. But they're going to miss out on this value, so we're going to give you good free value. Okay, so we're going to sign into this futures account. We should have one trade open right now. I closed one last night because I just don't like them. I don't like futures trades open in the middle of the night. There's been many a times where I left a futures trade open in the middle of the night and it just didn't go well. All right, so I learned my lessons. I try not to do that as much. Okay. Okay, so we have one position. 0 positions? Okay, we have, yeah. So right now we're up 60% or 40%. No, yeah. 41% in this 1-inch trade. Pretty obvious to me to go to 1 inch last night where it was at. We got in at the $4 region. Mark Price, what a great basketball player he was. Anyway, 51,000. You can see Bitcoin starting to break out. Okay, so now I go to the chart and I look at this 15 minute. And the 15 minute's in my favor. So I also want to look at the 1 minute. And the 1 minute is still looking quite bullish. So those two in my favor. I also look at the 1 hour. And the 1 hour wants to come down, downward momentum. But to me, that's kind of the bottom of the pattern. So I feel like it's going to reverse. And I look at the 4 hour, it still has room to move. It's on the top. It's not great. It has room to move. So this is actually going to be a very sketchy trade, but we're just going to trade up to about 52,100. All right. So it's going to be a small trade. Not crazy. I always limit in because limiting is way cheaper. Okay. We're at 51,380, and you can see this is going to fluctuate fast. So you move it here. I see that I have $450 in the trade. I'm going to use 34x leverage for Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce is the truth, and I love Paul Pierce. Now, if I use 50% is going to be $225. I don't like putting that much in. 25 is going to be about 125. I want to put about 100. We're going to go at 22%. Okay. Problem is this switches on you a lot. Bam. And we're going to buy long right there at 51.4. And we got into the trade. We nailed it. And we're already up. Look, 1.3% on the trade. 0.9. We almost gained 1%. Actually, we gained 1.9%. That's insane. So right then, you could have gotten out of the trade if you had a lot of money in this, and you would have just made about 2% instantly. That's how insane futures trading can be. So now we're going to let this run. Now we're going to put a stop loss because I don't want to lose my monies, right? So if this breaks down out of the pattern, it negates the idea. So the stop loss can go at like 49.98. Okay. So you're going to come here and you're going to hit this. And you're going to hit a stop loss at 49.98. I could even do 49.850. That nice psychological region. And we will lose $100. Okay. But I want to get to about, we're going to look at our target now. Our target is the top of this pattern. 52.28. So I'm going to just say 52,000. 52,150. And we're going to make $50 off the trade. Now we're going to risk 100 to make 50. It's not the greatest idea, but I don't want to just get liquidated and anything could happen, right? So I'm protecting myself. The odds of me hitting the stop loss though, very, very low. I really don't think it's going to happen. I've already kind of done my work here. And I also see hidden bullish divergence. Tells me that the trend will continue. Swing up to swing up here. Swing down to swing down here. So I've hidden bullish divergence in my favor. I also have the MACD, everything curving in my favor. No reason that I shouldn't make this trade, okay? And then I'm going to confirm this window here, okay? And we're going to lock in the profits. Now, if we do a little bit dip and we get close, I may swing in for more. Now up 42% on this 1-inch trade, doing its thing. So that's how you trade leverage. That's how I trade leverage. I'm using 34x leverage. I don't use a lot of money. I do very well trading spot, so I don't push myself to trade leverage. I'm not putting 10,000. I'm not crypto face. I'll be honest. I'm not putting multi-million-dollar trades on Bybit. That's not me. That's not me. Okay. We're still making substantial gains on this channel. We're still doing very well, but I'm not taking high risk like that. That's just not my plan. It's not my goal, right? And I don't need to. This account was $200. We've already taken up to about $500. And right now the balance is $500 even. And so we've already doubled this account and more. We've made 150% trading futures in the last 7-8 days. And you can see where's the trade history or transaction history. Does it show everything I've been doing? Trade history for the last month. And you can see, you'll be able to see the trades too. So let's see, one of the first trades. We bought Luna at $6.40. Okay. We sold Luna at $7.12. You see that? And that was a great trade. Now we bought Luna at $5.33. You see it? Right here. $5.95, $5.33. And we sold Luna right here at $6.37, $6.35. Made another trade. Then we bought Luna again at $6.12. And we sold it again at $6.45. So I went in and out of Luna a few times. And just, because at the end of the night, I would look at the trade. I would close it. I'd say, I'm not going to leave it open all night. I wouldn't be greedy about the gains. Okay. So there's idea, man, for Bitcoin, right? This was a bad, this trade actually went in at 48, sold at 49, 48.60, sold at 49. But it actually still was a good trade. We were up like $30 when I ended the trade because I guess one of the buys must have been small. Can't explain that because that doesn't look perfect. Looks like I sold higher than I bought it at. So I got liquidated. No, because the trade went well. Interesting. But then the 1 inch right here, we got in at 4, right? And then we bought, and we haven't closed yet. So these are just the trades in the last week. Just been doing them, taking it in, doing my thing. So there's the live futures trade. If anyone wanted to take it, I just did it. It's up to you. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is my life. You do whatever you want. You South Shore or North Shore lifer? Funny, man. I'm like not even, I'm neither. I'm in West Roxbury. I'm a Bostonian, baby. Tips on midterm trades on futures low leverage. Yeah, I mean, this is something. Lifer, what's your analysis on WIN USD on BNB? Is it worth buying? WIN USD, I think WIN will make you a lot of money on the low. Honestly, it's a very small coin, so it can have a lot of action. So there could be a big move for WIN. We look at WIN a lot every once in a while. Now let's look at Bitcoin. It's, to me, bounce off the bottom of the channel. You're going to get the ride to the top of the channel. It's a very simple trade. Just trade the pattern. Trade the pattern, make sure the oscillators are working for you, and trade the pattern. Do that over and over again. You'll become good at it. Let's take a look at Cake. People asking about Cake a lot. Cake kind of following that Bitcoin move. Okay. Cake broke out of this long resistance that it was in after that correction. Okay. Spiked up, but it eventually made its way through. Came back down for a bit of a retest, bounced off very close to the 80-day moving average, which is interesting. Now it's back above the 21-day, and I like what we're seeing for Cake. I like what Cake's doing. So this is what I see for Cake right now. A bit of a diamond pattern, actually. There is a diamond. The diamond comes from the bottom. It usually does break to the bottom. So that's just a little bit of a worried pattern. And I'll show you. A lot of people we haven't talked about the diamond here because the diamond doesn't occur a lot. It really doesn't. But I'll show you the diamond pattern. It's head to here, head to there, bend in there. And you can see it forms a bit of a diamond, right? Now, diamonds usually break down. They usually break out to the downside. So it tells me we could be in this channel too. I'm just building a scenario. It doesn't look likely. If we look at the daily, we still have a lot of room to go. And we're pointing to the upside as we break out. So the daily is saying, wow, Cake is ready to do its thing. Now, where did Cake go? I'm going to show you, and it's uncanny, but it probably went to the what? The 0.618 Fibonacci level. Let's make sure it's perfect. Up at the top there, bam. And Cake, what did it do? It whipped right to the 618. You see what I'm saying? So all you have to do, man, you get into a trade, you watch a huge pump. You flip to the 4-hour, okay? Whenever you get a thumbnail, I put my thumb on the screen, literally a whole thumb away from the 21-day moving average, you take profit. You take some profit on a nice pump. You then draw Fibonacci to the 618, and look, it coincides with the 4-hour coming into the bottom of the wedge. And I talk about this now all the time. I bet there was also bullish divergence there, right? So now you can see how all my training comes into play. Is it in a bullish pattern? Yes. Is the price near the bottom of the pattern? Yes. Is the MACD turning bullish in the pink with the blue line turning? Yes. Is the RSI low or at least below 50 oversold? Yes. Is the stochastics low? Do we see anything? We see a double bottom in the stochastics. Beautiful. Let's get in that right bottom and ride it to the top. So all these things are there for you for confluence. And now you can see we're bouncing between this Fibonacci level. We're respecting it. So it will be pretty obvious to me if we stay in this range. Like so. And we form a bit of a pennant here. Come back down to the bottom of the pennant at about 1196. That would be a beautiful entry for Cake. So I'd be watching Cake to come back down to the bottom of the pattern. If it doesn't and it rips, it can rip. Right? I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but this will be the most safest play. Setting a limit order here at about 1173. Maybe even trying to get a wick down to 1180. So you could set 3 orders, 1150, 1170, and 1185. Let them sit right there. Catch them on the wick. You wake up the next morning when Cake already pops. It's back up to new resistance at 16, and you copped in at 11, already up 30%. And that's how you want to play this stuff. You want to be preemptive about your entries. You want to kind of plan your entries before they occur. Okay? You want to start projecting patterns. You want to look at so many patterns that you can understand where the price is going to go. How many times do we talk about the falling wedge with the interaction of the 200-day moving average near the bottom with the 618? I showed you this on another coin earlier today, and I talked about it on Bitcoin as well. This is insane, guys. This stuff is the stuff that makes you a legend, right? And it's really, really week-long type trades. Lifer, what's your analysis on WIN? Stochastics, RSI, or just RSI? I use both, man. I use both all the time. This is how I trade. You do what you want. But if you want to take a session from me, I'm going to teach you how to use the RSI and the stochastics. Why? Because the RSI shows me my divergences the best. That's why I use it. Look, swing low to swing low. right? If I take the same area, swing high, it tells me that the trend will continue. I know this because I've been watching it my life for like 12 years now. So shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Really, really appreciate it. What's your thoughts on one USDT? We like one here. We talk about one a lot. Chrissy Fouts is in one. Shout out to Chrissy. I don't see her here today, but I know she's here in spirit. So shout out to her. Let's take a look at one coin, all right? Big movement in all the coins today. Meme coin up 24%. MDT. Let's look at that MFT call we had a while back. How did it end up playing out? Ended up falling down. Not getting all the way to the target. Did not hit the target. NFT falling off, man. Kind of a messy little chart here. There's a bit of a head and shoulder pattern. This is messy. But again, the good thing we do see is a bit of a pattern here, and we're interacting with the 200-day moving average. Usually is the end. Usually is the end of the downside. So if you want MFT, I never got into this trade. I never bought it myself personally. Just something that I put out there was a possibility. Hot coin going to do its thing too. It's going to rip. It's going to rip. It's bouncing off the 618 Fibonacci level as well. How do I know that? I just know. I just know. Look at that. 618 doing its thing. I could show you this to you over and over again until I'm blue in the face. But until you realize, Ben, I know Engine, bro, morning. I know Engine just exploded, guys. It exploded. Did it go up even more since we were watching it? Watch Front too, guys. Frontier, you know why? It's getting pushed by Big Boy Crypto, so it's been on a lot of people's radar, which actually turns some people. I'll be honest, some people will sell when he shills something because it turns them off. So just I want you to know that too, that it could be counteractive every once in a while. But for the most part, you know, a newbie's going to think about it, read about it, probably jump on in. Now, we're retesting this level here, this $2 level, $2.60 level. But now we're on the 21-day moving average, which seems to be crossing the 50 and moving on up. I like that we're low here on the stochastics on the 4-hour as well. It tells you there's not much more downside to go, and we should hold this strong support. So even if we come back down to 256, that looks like the best place you'll be able to jump on in. Now let's take a look at the daily. The daily is reset and ready to rock too for Frontier, for BUSD. Already had a huge pump. Came back down. Doesn't have a lot of resistance points, really. This line, and then it's really off to the races. And then it only has one more before it can hit back to that all-time high. So we'll bring that all the way there. I'm going to sell my bags at the all-time high. I'm going to moon till I can't moon no more. No, 181% gains out of Front. So I see this occurring not too long from now. You see the 4-hour resetting. It's going to be locked in with the daily. You don't really need the 1 hour at this point, but if you want to, the 1 hour even looks bullish as well. So you have like 3 time frames that are all looking pretty nice. You're also, look at this. So you go to the 1 hour, try to find your patterns. It's the same. See how this pattern is this pattern? See it? Look, it's the falling wedge with the inverted head and shoulder in it. And look, it's like, it's kind of weird how we just do the microcosm of each other. But look, shoulder, head, shoulder, falling wedge with the inverted head and shoulder in it. Also, look, the 200-day moving average creeping into the bottom of the pattern. Even on the 1 hour, that is very, very strong. That is very, very strong. Something that you really, you want to watch out for and you want to look at. Okay. Bam. Puts Front in the temporary target at $3.64. And once you start seeing that make its move, but we will have to break above this resistance at $3.48. I bought Engine at the low just to support the project that I like. Had no idea it was making a move. Yeah, he was saying $80 to $50. Bart at MFT, right? Check your BTC trade dropping, bro. No, you don't worry about that stuff, man. I already looked at the oscillators, so you just let it rock and do its thing. You don't sweat it. You don't sweat it like that, like you're doing. Like I already put my stop loss and I put my take profit. So it's either going to lose me 100 or make me the money. It's really, there's no really ins or outs about it, And what you could do too is you could look at the oscillator at this point, and look, we're up now 43% now on the 1-inch trade, right? And we're only down $21 on the Bitcoin trade. Not a huge deal. We could be exact. Some days I want to be exact. Some days I just want to get into the trade, let it rock. So I'll look and make sure that the other time frames are in my favor, and there you go. Now 56,000 starting to drop, right? But that's okay. We're toward the bottom of the pattern. Now if this pattern breaks, then I don't want to be in the trade anyway. So beautiful thing. So I want to see this pattern hold. People are just taking a little bit of profits here on a 1 hour, oversold region, but we're coming back down. Only a matter of time till this really rebuilds. Not stressing it. Can even add to the trade a little bit here. So like I might take a poke here. So what I do is I slide up and I'll take an 8% poke here at the $51,100 level. See? And I'll take a poke right around there. Bam. We'll buy long. We'll leave that open order open. See if it catches. Okay. See if we can get the 51,104. It may not even catch. Maybe a nice strong bounce from that region. You know, we leave that in there in case we catch it. You don't want to chase. If we chase, then fine. It is what it is, right? And we can always try to snatch it again here. 51, 223, 24. You can see I'm chasing a little bit here. 112 might come back down to the 104. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Take a little bit of a bite here at 121. Right? And you can leave those two open orders. And again, I didn't risk a lot. Even though I could, I did not. I didn't get willy-nilly just because I wanted to. Okay? So I could just tell when people stress out over little moves that they haven't been trading long enough. Like, you got to kind of just, you know, you got to keep it moving. Lifer, what's your analysis on Win BNB, 1 USDT engine, bro? 8 to $50. I bought engine now. Oh, man. How much are you putting in? Can't read it. About $120, $130, depending on the trade. You know, like right here, this is, but 34x leverage, right? So we're controlling 0.095 Bitcoin contracts, right? So that's how you do it. Okay. And look, I think we're going to catch that. We caught one order already. We caught both orders at 104. You see that? We got wicked all the way down to like the 50,000. We caught both orders. One order's already up because we're at 124. So that's how you do this. And you add to the position, right? You add to the position. I could be down $20. It's okay. And that's, you just got to, like, I'm willing to lose the $100, right? I already know I lost $100. I'm willing to lose it to gain. I like where I'm positioned at, though, and I see some bullish nature. I'm only trying to be cute to the top of this pattern. I'm not trying to get any more. Okay. The more patient, how much are you putting in? Can't read it. The more patient you are, and the more you're able to kind of control your emotions, the better off you will be in any single trade situation. And that's why you should get proper risk management. I already have it all set up when I get into a trade. I know exactly what's going to happen and what's going to occur. Life, I've been following you for a while now. My 30 days profit on Binance is 635%. That's 21K. We'll post a screenshot on your Telegram after the stream. You are killing it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, yo, you know, I'm going to take that. And you're saying that's like from hanging out in the group and learning stuff from us. Like, I'd like to see that. But I'd like to take that if you let me. And can I post this into the Telegram? Chris, I'm going to post this into the Telegram, into the testimonials. Right. Where are the testimonials? Right here. Bam. $21K in 30 days. I'll post a screenshot on your Telegram after the stream. You're killing it, bro. How much can you make with a trade like that? First time for me looking at a futures trade. I can make about $100, $500 depending on if I let it run, right? I might see something and I might change that take profit and let it run. I mean, you can make $1,000 on a trade like that. You can make 200. I'm trying to make $50, okay? But it's going to go up now. I'm going to make a little more than that because I've added to the trade. Look at this, posting in the Telegram, man. Proving it. Last 30 days, up 635% cumulative P&L, up $21,000 in 30 days. Unbelievable. And you could remain anonymous. We'll just take a picture of this. I mean, you went in, dude. And we just send this into the testimonials too. With the proof, Ben. My lifers, you know what? Because I show and prove, my lifers do the same. And we don't have those issues that we have in other channels, right? Ah, unbelievable, man. What a day. So, Bitcoin, I think, is going to continue to go to the upside, right? Short-term target, just immediate short-term, like in the next week, a week from now, Bitcoin up to this target right here at the previous all-time high, 57,000. I think we went as high as 58, so let me move that up. Bam. Yeah, 58,279 was the previous all-time high, and I say we get there in about a week and break through. We may get rejected, come back down too, but I like what we're seeing. Let's look at total and total too. We didn't go over that. And let's look at the dollar index as well. You want to see what the dollar is doing, okay? If the dollar's pumping hard, it's not good for Bitcoin, all right? Now you can see it's almost following Bitcoin, which is kind of strange. It's in not the exact same pattern, but it's in like a similar pattern. But now it's in a downtrend though. Look at this. Up, down. So it goes up, down, up. What do we see it going now? And look, on the 1 hour, we're getting bearish. So this is a good sign for Bitcoin as well. It looks like the dollar, at least on the 1 hour, wants to come to the downside. So I like this. This is a bit of a bearish retest. We had this beautiful pattern. We fell out of it. We came back up, and we could not break into the pattern. I talked about this. I made 2 patterns for a reason on the dollar index, and I said if the dollar continues in this uptrend, it's going to go up to the upside, right? But it needs to get rejected by this trend line right here. And so far, it seems up, down, sideways, back up. It seems to me like it's getting rejected. Let's take a look at that daily for the dollar index. Dollar index is getting high into the overbought region. Didn't get a lot of momentum there as it started to move to the upside. There was a bit of a head and shoulder pattern as well. As you can see it, let me kind of zoom out for you. Look, shoulder, head, another shoulder. Broke to the upside. Pretty strange. Only 32% of the time does that ever happen. Could be making a complex head and shoulder with another right shoulder here, though. Well, it will continue to the downside. So the daily is suggesting that we go down. And the 3-day is we're getting overbought. We might have a little more push up to this resistance at 91.73, and then it tells us we're going to come back to the downside. So I like what I'm seeing here on the daily. Down, up, look, and we're forming that like kind of a bear pennant as well. Show you what I'm talking about. These are bearish. These are bear pennants. You know, if you flip them and they look like a bull pennant, so you can hit right, and it looks, oh, where are we gonna go? Oh yeah, this is gonna break to the upside. This is exactly what the Bitcoin looks like. So Bitcoin looks like this. The dollar, when we flip the dollar upside down, and this is the insight I see, man. The dollar heading down to 85. So collapsing into that bear flag and continuing down. Now it did a bit of a double bottom here. That's its resistance too. If it breaks that, we're going down. And look, it's in a giant double top. Top. Let's take the measured move of this double top, which would be the length of this middle area to the middle of the M, and then we could swing it down to the neck, to the line, and that puts us down to this low at $76. We have one more bit of support there at 79, so not looking good for the dollar. It doesn't have a lot of resistance here. It doesn't have a lot of support. One right there a little bit, but it breaks these 2 lines. It's gapping down fast back to 78, and that will be a fast decline. So they did what they could to try to prop it up, but this thing is falling. This is February of 2017, came all the way down. Then we came high again in that March 20th. The only time the dollar even went high, we needed a crisis. So we needed one of the biggest crises in the world, the pandemic, for the dollar to even go up. Pretty crazy. People at my age tell me that I'm too young to join this thing, but I like it, and my dad supports it. Supreme, REEF 14.2% up. Bad for me if the dollar tanks. I get paid in USD GPB. We'll just exchange it to Bitcoin as fast as you can. I'm actually buying and investing in cryptos with my dad's account since I'm only 17 years old. I got into crypto 1 month ago, and I absolutely love it. Well, you know what? Tell your dad to support you. I'm proud your dad is there for you. Make your dad proud and get proper risk management, you know. Learn the right things. If you don't get mentoring from me, get mentoring from somebody that cares. Someone that shows you that they actually care. So, yeah, extremely important, man, that you get the proper mentorship. I'm being honest. Because it could save you a lot of pain. A lot of pain. These people are funny. Quick note, if Elon is holding, it'll probably go up. Technical analysis. These guys, man, there's so many of these scammers I got to delete out of the channel. All these WhatsApp weirdos. Okay. Trent S, add an EST or MMT or whatever your timestamp is, please, good sir. Then we will know what time the show starts. It starts at 9:30, 9:45 every morning, Eastern time. So, like, eventually, if you get in with the Crypto Lifer, you're going to know that, right? So, I guess I could do that for that guy, but, like, he's going to understand that stuff eventually. Only a matter of time, right? It's not that Bitcoin trade's only down $18. We'll see how it goes, but I'm very, very confident we're going to hit the top of the pattern. Very, very confident. Shout out to everyone here. We have 913 members in the trading room, man. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you guys so much for joining the trading room. Okay, quick ticker time. Just give me some of the tickers that you guys want to go over. I am getting to the end of my chain, but let me know. Let me know. 11:51. Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late. But let me know. I'll go over our last few tickers. We didn't do as much tickers today. Kind of went all over the board. Yeah, Reef doing its thing, man. Hey, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You just wish you had more Reef, really. That's what it comes down to. Let's take a look at the graph back to 192. And once it hits that $2 region, it's going to be gone. Your times to grab the graph, we're all here, 160, 180. Everyone wants these quick gains. They don't realize it takes a couple weeks. You buy something, you hold it for 2 to 4 to 5, 6 weeks, and then you make hundreds of percent 10x gains. You get 10x in about 3 to 6 weeks, though. It takes a while. Also, you have to know where the market is and where you're buying. But look at this. Graph token just breaking out. Now it's retesting, coming on out. It's breaking out. It's doing its thing. Look for it to continue to go up. Another 84%, all the way back up to $3.62. Nice, dude. I grew up in Billerica. Shout out to Brian G, growing up in Billerica. Yeah. We'll purchase a one-on-one session soon, most likely. What are the things you would recommend me looking into for some basic information? So there's no. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, all right, is get a TradingView account. I use TradingView. I think it's important that you get a TradingView account. Okay, so the first thing I do here, copy this. I'm going to paste this in here. TradingView. Also, all this stuff is in the description of my video. Join TradingView, the best real-time charting software, TradingView. It's free for your first 30 days, so please join that. Try to get a little bit accustomed with it. If you want, you can learn how to add your oscillators and things of that nature. Use the Brave browser as well. That's going to be a better experience online. The browser reimagined, 3 times faster than Chrome, better privacy by default than Firefox, and uses 35% less battery on your mobile phone. Download the Brave browser. You get paid in basic attention token to watch ads. That eventually adds up and pays for your internet. It doesn't pay for all of it, but if you watch enough ads, you can get like $20, $30 a month. And to me, that's pretty substantial if your bill is about $80 to $100 a month. So it's about 30% of your bill if you can kind of get that, right? Then you can sign up for Binance. There's a link for the Binance account if you want a Binance account. Get a VPN as well. My VPN is NORD VPN. Sign up for NORD VPN. Browse the internet in a safe way. So NORD VPN, okay? All right. You also want you to do how the Fed and the money supply work in America. Pretty important that you watch this video by Mike Maloney. It's really going to break down a lot for you and show you what's going on in the monetary system. Video unavailable. That's not good. If they took Mike Maloney's videos down, like they were like some of the best videos I've ever seen about how to wow, that's pretty sketchy. So I'll have to look at that. And you can also join my Patreon if you want to get closer to me, understand it. We're going to have some in-depth Discords and stuff of that nature. So shout out to everyone who's in the Patreon. 25 people, $469 a month. You guys are blowing my mind. So I had a baby 2 days ago as well. My wife just had a baby on Sunday night. So the last few days have been a little difficult for me kind of getting into transition, getting things ready. I didn't sleep a lot at the hospital. And so you just bear with me if you just joined the Patreon. Bear with me if you just joined the Telegram. More will come. I'll be right back killing it. So just, I'll be right back killing it. But yeah, join these things before the before the tutoring session, and you'll be kind of ready to rock with me. You'll be ready to rock. Okay. Anything else I can go over, guys, before we hit the news and before we get on out of here? Yep, you were right. Nice dude. Grew up in Billerica. Anyone, any last tickers? Let's look at VET and ADA, please. Okay, let's look at those two for you. Let's take a look at VET and ADA. Okay. Now, I got into VeChain below 2 cents. I never wanted to pay more than 2 cents for my VeChain. That was my idea. I was like, you know what? I like VeChain, and I'm not paying more than 2 cents for it, period. That's it. Nothing, right? So let's take a look at VeChain right now and see where it's at. Now, the BTC pair has hidden bullish divergence. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. I like what I'm seeing, and it's breaking on out. Bit of a cup and handle, too, as we showed you. I think we went over this yesterday, but look at the cup and handle forming here. That also tells you there's a big move coming for VeChain. So I like what I'm seeing there on the BTC pair in general. Let's take a look at the USDT pair. It did the same as band with that funny double top coming back down. But look, the 4 hour, 200-day moving average interacting with the bottom of the falling wedge. We go over this a lot, guys, and it's a catalyst for a bigger move to the upside. We may go sideways as this moves down. So look, but there's some room to go here on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily still looks really, really beautiful too. So if you're willing to hold this for 2 to 6 weeks, you're going to make a killing. You're going to guaranteed make the 90% and probably more as we break into all-time highs. So watch VeChain, man. It really hasn't done its donuts. Like it did a little bit, but it could do way more, right? Like Theta beat this, Waves beat this. Everything else has really done some bigger moves. So watch VeChain, only a matter of time. I love the daily right now. Let's take a look at that 1 hour. 1 hour also getting ready for a move to the upside, okay? And the 4 hour even has more momentum to go. So not a bad time to enter the trade right now. Look at this 15-minute. Look, we just kind of came down for a bit of a retest with the touch of the 21-day moving average. I like where we're at. You could zoom into this 15-minute, try to find this flag and see what's going on. That's a beautiful retest on the bottom. That we came down for a retest, came back up. So yeah, I see we're going to continue to the upside. See if we break this level here, you could buy the movement of this breakout to the upside, right? A little spin on the 15-minute will probably come back down. So this is what I see happening actually. Make this a pennant. Make this a pennant. Like this. Wait for the 15-minute to reset. It'll come down to the bottom of the pattern, and that's why you need patience. It's going to take 2 hours. And right there, you're going to strike. Bam. At that point, the 1 hour is still going to be in your favor, as it probably might be curving up because it is now. The 4 hour still has 6 to 7 hours more to go on the stochastic. So let's take away the stochastics here. Yeah, 4 hours still has room to go. It's right here. It could still move up to the upside. That's a little more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 12 more hours of a bigger move. Okay. You can see we broke out of a descending triangle too, which is a bearish pattern. So bullish that we broke out of the descending triangle. A lot of other coins look very similar to this. Okay. And that's beautiful, beautiful support and resistance lines now too. So now you make your support and resistance lines. So now we really need to break through this. This is a level of chop. Chop, chop, chop. You can see it, and we'll make it a zone because sometimes it's not always just a line, it's a zone. So this is a zone of resistance. Support, support, broke through. Resistance. We break above this. This becomes new support. So I would watch this break up, come back down, and then I would limit in when this resistance break, when this taps off resistance at about 4.8, 4.8.5, 4.9. So I like what I'm seeing for VeChain. Only a matter of time till it continues to break on out of the pattern. So watch VeChain, man, and it's very close back to price discovery. And look, not a lot of resistance. This is a quick gap up we can easily do right here for VeChain. Not sure why that's not flowing with me. Bam. About 23% gains for VeChain. Any chance you could take a look at Cody? Sure, Justin Sun just aped into pros. 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 Justin Sun just aped into pros. Hey, Lifer, you know anything about FRM? Yes, we like the Ferrum network here, man. We do. We do. Bat is ripping, too. Yeah, Bat doing its thing, man. I saw that last night. I have a very large bag of Bat. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here for the basic attention token. Took a while for it to really rip. Once people really, people still don't understand what a great product it is and how it's been utilized. It's its own utility for a long time. Wow, Bat to 78. Shout out to my Bat holders, baby. Shout out to my Bat holders. Maybe time to take a little bit of profit. The 4 hour is far away from that 21-day moving average. They always come back. So if you're up in Bat right now, beautiful time to take a nibble. Maybe sell 30%. You know, don't have to sell it all. Wow, the daily is just getting started, though. Says that we have some more room to go. Big, big candles for basic attention token. I don't know if it had news. I don't know what was going on. But basic attention token up 29%. One of the biggest gainers of the day. We started basic attention token at 20 cents. So that's a 3x on some of the money. Let's see how well we are doing on basic attention token, man. Wow. UPS will never text you telling you to call them back. Anyway, the Ferrum does some sweet. Okay, why theta is gonna be big? Yo, the reef is ripping. See, look at that, man. And you guys were gonna wait it out. A lot of people were waiting it out. Reef ripping, man. I'm telling you, man. Reef gonna do its thing. The only thing we're gonna wish is that we had more reef, right? 3.8 reef with a giant candle, man. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. With the breakout, man. I would just continue to accumulate reef under 4 cents. Anything under 4 cents, I'm telling you. You're going to see this boom up. It's in the bowl, forming the right side of the bowl. Reef, baby, reef. We gave you guys reef. We talked about reef. We've been on reef for a while. Why is reef ripping so hard? Because everyone's talking about it. Because it has big news. Because it has a beautiful plan. In March, it has some of the biggest news coming out for it in March. Look at the reef March news, man. Unbelievable what's going on with reef. So shout out to everyone. Now look at the trade. Only down $12. And this is why you have to be patient. Just sit on these and wait, man. You know Bitcoin's going to 60K. So we're going to ride this to 60K. I'll put 1K in reef. It's a little late, but I don't know if you want to buy reef at the very moment. Let's say the 1 hour actually still has room to go. Yeah, so you could put 1K in reef right now. Would be okay. Again, don't take, this is financial advice. We are getting to the overbought region. We were buying reef down here at the bottom of the pattern, 12.6, 12.8, anything in the pattern as well. Reef starting to make a move. It will probably come back down. You know, I don't chase green candles. Like, I don't tell people, hey, buy this giant green candle. But reef starting to make a move, and people are knowing what's going on with reef. So look at my video even. You can find out how to make money just by watching my channel and seeing what videos are popular. Like if you go to my channel, I do it all the time. My channel tells me what to buy, how to buy it. You know, what's hot at the moment. So if we go over here, and look, 259 views on that video from earlier today, which is pretty funny. But if we go over here to the reef video, we're at 3.6 thousand views and growing. And if you go to also to the comment section, you can see how many people are interacting with the video, talking with the video, and you can see, okay, people like this refinance thing. You know, people are into this. Like, look at the comments. They're coming in a lot lately. Man, I appreciate the content on reef. I've been stacking huge amounts, right? Why does the team look low-key sketch, though? I don't know why he said that about reef, right? This guy, you can tell, is a scammer. Remove him. Great video, mate. Very informative. Started to get excited about reef. Just finished researching. I'll be opening a nice bag. Also subscribe. Keep up the excellent content by Chris O'Connor. I need to pick 2. Cake, bake, reef. My capital is 550. I want to invest in reef. There you are right there, bro. I need to pick 2 between cake, bake, and reef. My capital is about 51. I want to invest in reef. Get in reef, man. Take a shot. Should have gotten to reef when this video came out. When did we make this video? This video was out on the 23rd, right? Today is March. So remember, man, this has already been like 8 days. This is a week ago. So I'd like to get into things and hold them. Bought 27,000 reef right at the bottom of the reef pattern. Hopefully that will make a small fortune. Shout out to you, Oliver. Oliver, we got to get you into a session. I'm going to hit you up right now and get you into a session. We'll talk about that. I'm going to look at my schedule squared away, and we will be back on where we used to be. So shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Okay. 67 people, 67 likes, 42 people watching. Thank you guys so much for sharing your most precious asset with me. That is your time. I couldn't because Coinbase held my money for 7 days. Yeah, that Coinbase garbage, man. I'm with you on that. So you knew what you wanted. Interesting. I like that. Bitcoin's moment, life-changing moment for Bitcoin. Amazon all in? Wait. Amazon all in on Ethereum. Interesting. Are you kidding me? Native tokens to bring utility to life on Cardano. Yeah, Cardano's about to explode as well. Look for Cardano to do some big things. Unbelievably big things. So watch out for Cardano. We're going to see a big move, right? Okay, BitBoy annoying. LOL. Yeah, he's all right though. Blockboy holds for Blockfolio holds for 4 to 5 days. Annoying. Yeah. Netflix going to crypto too. Interesting, man. Interesting. Amazon buys Ethereum? What's going on? Amazon Ethereum. Look at the VPN, man. This is so annoying. Amazon buys crypto domains. The domains are amazonethereum.com. Look at that. Look at this news, November 1st on CNBC. Amazon just bought 3 domain names related to cryptocurrency. This is in 2017 on November 1st. So this was telling you they were getting ready. And they said it was Amazon Ethereum. AmazonEthereum.com, AmazonCryptocurrency.com, and AmazonCryptocurrencies.com. So they've been planning this for a while, man. For a while. Amazon managed blockchain at last supports Ethereum, ending a 2-year tease. Amazon managed blockchain at last supports Ethereum. Amazon Web Services managed blockchain service now supports Ethereum out of the box some 2 years after integration was first hinted in 2018. With this launch, AWS customers can easily provision Ethereum nodes in minutes and connect to the public Ethereum main network and test networks such as Rickaby and Ropsten network, AWS said in a blog post. Amazon managed blockchain also supports Hyperledger Fabric, a permissioned blockchain network intended for enterprise applications. What is Bitcoin's correlation to the stock market? So Amazon managed blockchain customers get securely networking encryption at rest and transport, secure access to the network via standard open source Ethereum APIs, fast and reliable sync to the Ethereum blockchain, and durable elastic storage for ledger data. Hey man, that means can you buy Amazon? Will that go up in price, right? Did Amazon go up in price today based on that news? It'd be good to see. Let's take a look at Amazon stock. Just going to get a worldly idea of what we see here, right? And Amazon is actually down on the day. Interesting, but doing that double bottom, I'm telling you, that's where I love to buy Amazon. This is it. I'm actually giving you guys just kind of crept on. Look, bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up here. We're also low on the 1 hour. This is where I establish positions. Beautiful time to get into Amazon at 3,048. Look for it to continue to the upside. Interesting. So I think it's in, yeah. It fell out of the wedge, though. It was looking more bullish than it should be. Came back down. And again, we're not going to analyze Amazon fully. That would be great. I would definitely like, okay. Yeah. Amazon, Bitcoin going to be huge. Was the Apple news with Bitcoin true or fake? That was fake news. Netflix going crypto too. That was fake news. We talked about that yesterday. 1 inch continuing to rip and starting to really break on out. It looks like today is going to be the day. Why? Look, the 1 hour is ready to go on a lot of these coins. The 4 hour I told you was kind of spent, but it has some more momentum to go. I like what we're seeing. We're running out of room here for 1 inch. Only a matter of time the 1 inch really, really breaks on out and gets back into that $5 region and continues to rip. They really just kind of played with 1 inch for the last, literally, for a month straight. Since January 30th. For a whole month, it's been in limbo technically. And look for 1 inch to gain its momentum. I see 1 inch following what's going on. Thoughts on Verge? Are you kidding me? The old guy, the old Verge. We used to play Verge back when McAfee was texting it, and it was the play of the day. Let's look at Verge on Binance for Bitcoin or for, yeah, this is funny, man. Talking about Verge. Old coin back in the day. Verge for the Bitcoin pair. Let's look at the daily. It's actually started to make a bit of a comeback. Double bottoming here, kind of forming a bottom, starting to make a move from the upside. If we look at the daily, it's actually still curving down. Might double bottom here and come to the upside. This isn't something I would be trading, but it's an old coin, man. You know, they have, right? They have a partnership with Pornhub. They might still have it as well. I don't want to offend anybody. If you are offended by that, I'm sorry. Just going over the facts. So we have Verge here in this bowl, kind of forming it. Is it a play? Is it something I would be interested in? I think there's just so much other new coins out here that to like waste your time on Verge, unless you've been holding Verge for a long time and you just want to see if you're ever going to get some gains. Wow, it has gone up though. Let's see what it's done in the last few days. So Verge actually still going up. Look, from the 25th of November, Verge is up nice. 684%, and then retracing to the Fibonacci. I mean, that's a 60. I can already tell you that's the 618 Fibonacci level, right? That's why I try to tell people about it. You could pick almost any coin in the game. Look, came very close to the 618, inside the 0.5 and the 618 Fibonacci level, and bounced back up. Also had the double top, and there is your measured move of the double top right here. So How do you get a measure move at a double top? You pull it from here to the M. It doesn't have to be perfect, and then you pull it to the M. We didn't get all the way, and sometimes we don't always get all the way. We got held by this support region here. Got in at 004. And what do you think of Trevon James? Trevon's a cool dude, man. He started. I got into crypto really watching him. He was the first person I ever watched. If that's insane, because back then there wasn't that many people. It was him, Crypto Love. I was also watching this guy David Hay, and those people really set me straight. They got me into how to research projects, and like years later, I became them. Like I became those people that I watched and that I loved on YouTube so much. Big move for the altcoin space. I like what we're seeing here. I may even close my 1-inch trade. Why? Let's take a look at 1 inch and where is it going right now. Let's look at the 1 hour. Actually, 1 hour is room to go. No reason to close the trade. We're going to let these stokes take us all the way to the moon. So no reason to close this trade. Looks like 1 inch is going to be breaking out of this pattern probably later on today. So I see a big breakout in 1 inch. All right, let's look at some Bitcoin news. You ever think it'll go back to the all-time high? It possibly could. It possibly could. Yeah, I'll be honest. I did BitConnect. I didn't do a lot of BitConnect. I did like $200-300, and I didn't tell anybody, and I didn't give a link to anyone because when I don't know about something, I can't tell other people about it. Like it's not going to be my thing. So let's look at what happened here. Let's look what's going on with Bake, because Bake's doing a bit of a cup and handle, or a bit of a cup. And this is good. This is what you want to see. You want to see a bottom, higher, higher, high, higher, low. And now it's forming a new trend to the upside. In a bull market, this is huge. This is like where you could start to accumulate. You also, not really, no bullish divergence really established, but this is where you want to start accumulating. Let me show you here. Now, it's funny. Someone said, I have a newborn, and other people say, oh, both parents look exhausted, right? I'll tell you what, I have an Afghan wife. I don't have an American wife. And I'll tell you something about having an Afghan wife. And I'm not trying to hate on American women, right? And my wife was born in America, but she's traditionally Afghan. We don't use a crib, all right? She keeps a bassinet next to the bed, okay? When the baby needs milk, she grabs the baby, puts it on her breast, and feeds the baby. She wakes up a few times a night and does this. I do not have to wake up at all. Other couples do not breastfeed. They use formula. And they put the baby in a crib in another room. When the baby cries, they say, it's your turn, it's your turn. And so they both wake up throughout the night. Like the husband wakes up at 3, the wife wakes up at 4, and they both look exhausted. And that doesn't occur in my house. So we're going to have a newborn, and my wife's going to do her thing. And she's going to take care of the newborn while I make money and do what the family needs me to do. So I shouldn't be so exhausted like most new parents are, because we've done this before and I wasn't that guy, and I don't plan on being that guy. Just something to bring up. It's funny, you know, but that's why I love my wife, man. And that's why you should cherish the people in your life. Okay, so here I see happening, you know, we're kind of breaking out of this rising wedge, and this is a bit of a cup and handle. It's a bit of a cup and handle right here. If we even cup it right there, I mean, that's a cup and handle to me. And now, so we could be forming the bowl, and now we're forming this level 2. So see this cup, how we hit a top? Very similar to how this cup will hit a top. And then this cup will hit a top. And so on and so forth. Cup, 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 last cup. Now we have a higher. So low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Right? So 1, 2, 3 higher lows in a row. That's telling you that there's a trend change happening. Okay? So bake for BUSD. I see it coming all the way back to this top level here at about $2 before it really, really starts to rip. But watch bake continue to do its thing. There's a rumor that Netflix will start accepting cryptocurrency. I believe they will. Why wouldn't they? Made it in for the ending. Hey, Lifer. Shout out to everyone, man. Thank you so much for jumping on in. It's going up. What's going up? It's going up. Reef. Did Reef go past? And we're just going to take a look at the beautiful news for Bitcoin. I like to see what's going on, because sometimes we get some gems in here and it's really awesome. So then I got to get out of here in like 10 minutes. I just had such a good time on the show today that I just wanted to keep it going, man. I'll be honest. It's Wednesday, hump day, you know. So funny. Doge is the most discussed crypto on Twitter. NFT overtakes Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. SEC's Division of Examinations. We got a lot. Big. It's going up big. It will. It will, my friends. It will. It will. I'm really good at honing in on coins. I understand the space. I understand why something's important, and I understand the TA. And I wrap those all into a beautiful sandwich, and that sandwich pays me daily. So, okay. Institutional investors continue to buy Bitcoin as the price tops 50K. Institutional investors bought up the dip last week and have withdrawn $630 million in Bitcoin from Coinbase in one day, says on-chain data. CryptoQuant CEO Kim Young-ju has repeatedly outlined the connection between Bitcoin's price and institutions using the largest US-based crypto exchange, Coinbase, to purchase more of the asset. Past examples provided the analytics company have indeed been followed by an increase in BTC's value, with such investors transferred sizable quantities to custody addresses. So what they're doing is they're taking money off of the exchange and putting it into custody. So what happens is, I want to buy Bitcoin. They just grab the Bitcoin and slide it into a custody account. Ju predicted last week when Bitcoin struggled between 45K that the asset will soon rather than later return above 48,000, which he classified as institutional buying level. His projection materialized, and the cryptocurrency has even increased above 50,000. Furthermore, Ju outlined that institutional investors have withdrawn another significant portion from Coinbase to custody wallets. CryptoQuant's data suggests that the withdrawal this time was about 12,400 Bitcoins. From a USDT perspective, this considerable amount accounts for roughly 632 million with today's prices. It's not just Coinbase, though. During the last week's market crash, when Bitcoin lost 25% of its value in a matter of days, that was the F2 pool selling all their mining rewards. That's what it was. There was a conjoined effort for the FT pool. They say it wasn't. They lie. We know it was them. The community feared that institutional and retail investors might follow, as it could be the beginning of further sales that could harm the asset's price even more. However, it seems that this is not the case. Data from monitoring company Glassnode shows that Bitcoin holders had indeed increased the transfers to exchanges in the last week or so in February. Nevertheless, the trend has quickly reversed, and Bitcoin investors have withdrawn some of their portions outside of the trading venues. Bring on 60K. 60K is coming, man. Easy peasy. I think I'll be able to sit in this trade that I'm in all the way to 60K. I really do. I really do. So institutions double down on Bitcoin. Just as we predicted, Bitcoin, here's the long-term signal you might be ignoring. Bitcoin's market capitalization hit 1 trillion, corresponds with a surge in price on the charts. In the said case, the last of market volatility and network momentum pushed the price higher before the drop that followed. However, when you look at Bitcoin as an asset to be used as collateral, there is a wider scope for vertical growth of this market capitalization. Arcan Research's latest report looked at the journey from 1 trillion to 20 trillion, a figure that is the value of the global market for collateral. Currently, with this 20 trillion market is dominated by government bonds and cash-based securities. There's a widening gap that is creating systematic risk in the system. This makes it possible for Bitcoin to bridge the gap and make the collateral system largely risk-free and stable, unlike the fragility being observed right now. Counterparty risk and credit risk are currently the top two challenges in the collateral system, and Bitcoin could emerge as the ideal solution in such a case. Yeah, because the collateral is starting to lose its value. So you know the vanilla network has a market cap of 2.6 and a max supply of 1 million with a circulating supply of 70,000. Its current price is 66, and you can get it on Uniswap V2, the vanilla network. Okay, and get it on Uniswap V2. Let's take a look at that real quick, just because I like what you bring to the table, Supreme K. I really do. Sometimes the younger the person, the more innovative, the more amazing they are. And look at that Bitcoin trade now in the positive, and we're going to rip. And we're going to ride this, just like I told you, all the way to the target of the top of that pattern. So check it out. Check it out. Live trades. We're back making live trades. Why not, guys? Someone poked me. You poked the bear. You wanted a live trade. I said, okay, I could do it. You want to see when I could do it? I could bust it out. Let's take a look at Uniswap real quick. I'm just like really into what I'm doing right now. So even if you guys weren't here, this is what I'll be doing. This is what I would be doing. Just going in. Why is this taking so long to load? Oh, but now I have to get out of the Binance Smart Chain, which I never, ever leave because, So we'll go back to the ETH mainnet. And we're in, right? And you said the vanilla. Let's see if we find it here. The vanilla network. Bam, there it is. Came up pretty fast. Now, see what I just did? I didn't verify that. Don't do what I just did. Make sure you go to CoinGecko yourself, but it did come up. It did come up, but make sure you go to CoinGecko yourself, hit vanilla network, okay? $3.67. It's up 2,000% in 30 days, though. So you wanted to get this down when it was worth 14 cents on Jan. That was the time. Now, it does seem to show some bullish divergence, and then you can see it on Uniswap V2. Probably click on that. Interesting. But right here, you can copy the contract address, which is right here. And you can also go to the vanilla network, check it out. You can also go to Etherscan and get the exact contract address as well. So there's your contract address, right? And you just do your due diligence, man. See, I'm doing my due diligence. Like I caught myself doing something a little funky. I make sure that I'm doing my due diligence, okay? Added by the user. It's already there, right? So boom, it is the vanilla. So max ETH, bam, I could get 2 vanilla and make a swap. The fees, though, I'm telling you, are out of control. They're really out of control. So I believe this fee would probably be way too high to even make the swap. Look, we look at the fee. If I can even confirm the swap, which I don't even want to, look, confirm swap. All right, due to an error undefined, that's probably an issue with one of the tokens you were swapping. And seeing that every once in a while, just keep changing your slippage, something like that. I like the low market cap. That means you could have a lot of room to grow and a max supply of 1 million with a circulating supply of set. This is good, man. I like your research though. You got a good project, right? Let's take a look at the vanilla network and see what's going on here. The vanilla network. Let's get vanilla. The vanilla network is a deflationary ERC20 token, the leading blockchain staking, betting, and investment powerhouse. Trade on Uniswap. Staking pools. Okay, so it's got some staking pools going on for it too. Haven't looked at Ethereum staking pools, so to me it's like, let's see what they're getting. APR not set. APR 300% on the chocolate staking pool, staking 45 days. See, a lot of the Ether pools too, you have to lock. Like Strawberry pool, all this stuff, we don't want to be locked in. And this is another thing we don't love about the Ethereum mainnet, the locking. We want to get into stuff like Smoke. We want to get into stuff where we don't have to lock ourselves into a contract. We want to be free. We want to be able to get in and get out without having to pay a big fee every freaking time. Another reason why I think we're going to see some more movement in the Bitcoin space as a whole and on the BSC side, though, on the BSC side, because Binance Smart Chain, just every time I go and see what's going on, I can see that it's just not a good look. It's not a good look in total, right? So, yeah, I don't like the locking, of course, right? Yeah. I mean, that was the case before I found Binance Smart Chain. I thought I had to lock everything all the time, right? So this is a good signal, man. Based on the aforementioned signal, it can be estimated around 6,000, there's a zero missing there, 6.2 million possibly, are being used as collateral in the crypto market. At their current price, that would be worth an approximately 30 billion. However, right now, Bitcoin accounts for just 0.15% of total collateral market. With the figures of the same expected to rise, it's likely to have a positive impact on the price in the long term. Yeah, if more people start using collateral, less people will be selling it. Tezos Synthetics Dogecoin DigiPrice analysis. Synthetics is going to make a move. Synthetics bounced back strongly from the 16.6 support and surged more than 40% after touching the aforementioned level. The awesome oscillator pictured strongly above as the momentum as SNX made an ascent. The Bollinger Band signaled the onset of a sharp movement in price after the bands began to diverge a couple of days ago. Even though the candlesticks traded on the upper band, a pullback would depend on the state of the broader market. Dogecoin is about to explode. I'm telling you right now. And DigiByte, looking pretty good too. We talked about DigiByte earlier on the show. SEC's Division of Examination names cryptocurrency as one of its priorities for 2021. Digital assets have been included in the list of priorities set by the Security and Exchange Commission Division of Examinations. It will work to ensure the market participants act in investors' best interest and comply with the agency's rules. Now, this agency is intertwined with other government agencies, and they've been letting people scheme like they've been using Bank of America for years. And Bank of America has been laundering money for a long, long time. You could just Google HSBC, Bank of America, many banks, and you could see for the last 10, 12 years, they've been paying $1 billion in fines for money laundering. So why would we have, I have a lack of trust in the government regulative departments, because I could show you track records of them just saying that they're going to try to protect us from money laundering, but then letting the big banks launder the most money possible. To me, I just can't see, I don't understand. So I hope they do the right thing. I hope Gary Gensler comes in there and things are okay. But for the most part, they have not shown me in the past that they do a good job protecting the consumer. They don't. Crypto does it on its own. It's a smart contract that already protects you. Like, we don't need the SEC to protect us. We already know what we're dealing with. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll have to get into that at another time. NFT overtakes Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP on Google. The non-fungible token hype is very real, and the popularity of digitized art, music, and Magna. All the reset is now threatening to eclipse that of some of the world's biggest crypto assets. Per data, Google NFT-related searches are now more popular than the altcoin heavyweights Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and sometimes Ripple, peaking at the very end of February and remain high on the first few days of the month. Bitcoin forming a double top on the lower time frames. Who told you that nonsense? Let's take a look. A double top on the smaller time frame. I mean, if you're looking at double tops in smaller time frames, like how small? No, that's not a double top on a smaller time frame at all. That's a bull pennant doing its thing, coming to the top of the pattern. Like I told you, Bitcoin's going to keep continuing up till it hits this $52,240 level. I don't see a double top on Bitcoin on a lower time frame. I'm in the 5-minute. Reef was 0.3 away from hitting 44 cents. Reef, baby, Reef. NFTs blowing up. Doge flips Bitcoin and Ethereum as the most discussed crypto on Twitter on March 3rd, man. Today is 3-3, guys. Special day for me. The 3 3s. 33 is my day, man. This guy bought Bitcoin every time Peter Schiff tweeted against it. Here's how much he made. Crypto opponents have long become common and expected noises thundering in the darkness. In fact, most of these crypto and Bitcoin bashers only do so to shore up their own investments in other assets. One of them is Peter Schiff, who happens to be a big stakeholder in propping gold. 1,000% in returns. It turns out Peter Schiff's Twitch posts have actually worked in Momento. Despite his endless anti-Bitcoin jabs, after every purchase made, right after Bitcoin's tweets, Sam's algorithm would wait 72 hours before initiating a sale transaction. Pretty funny that Sam, this guy named Sam, did this, right? However, it appears that some of us might as well be using his own anti-Bitcoin sentiments to profit. Apparently, someone noticed this trend and came up with a Bitcoin trading algorithm that bought Bitcoin every time the gold bug tweeted. The man named Sam Baker shared his results. So it turns out that Peter Schiff twist posts have actually worked. So Sam algorithm would wait 72 hours before initiating a sale transaction. According to the tweet by Sam, this setup has been running since May 2020, and with around 203 trades completed, interestingly, 65% of the trades have been profitable, with a 3% margin. Up to now, the algorithm has achieved an estimated 1,000% return on investment. Basically, Peter Schiff, the anti-Bitcoin tweets, have been used by this guy to earn profits from the same Bitcoin. Peter thinks it's a good strategy. I wrote a trading algorithm that buys Bitcoin every time Peter Schiff tweets about Bitcoin and sells 72 hours later. Since May, the algorithm would have executed 203 trades, achieving an analyzed return. I guess that's a good reason as any to buy Bitcoin. Good luck. Yo, he's so sour. I've never seen a sour person about anything in life, really. America, CNBC's explanation of the wealth tax is wrong. It's not on the gain. Some of the stuff he does say about the economy I like. That's why I don't like that he hates on it. It's likely by the end of Joe Biden's term, the U.S. national debt will exceed $50 trillion, which will likely represent over 200% of the GDP. Worse, a record percent of GDP will come from government and consumer spending, with a record low coming from the fixed investments. Gold falling and Bitcoin rising in the face of massive money printing doesn't mean Bitcoin has replaced gold as the preferred store of value. In reality, investors are not buying gold because they're not worried about inflation. They're confident the Fed has it under control. During an interview with Lee Copeman, he's happy to work half the year for the government and half the year for himself. He's been a medieval serf who would have been ecstatic about working 75% for himself and only 25% for his lord, or would have had volunteered a larger share. The widely held yet false belief that the U.S. economy has strengthened and real interest rates and the dollar will rise is pressuring gold. Since Bitcoin is not a monetary alternative to the dollar or a safe haven store of value, its price rises along with other risk assets. He's so funny, man. This guy's hilarious. Hilarious. Let's see what Elon Musk has tweeted recently. Anything new? Starship launch tomorrow. Windows open at 9 a.m. March 3rd, he said. That's all he tweeted. The launch will be a huge success, as I promised 5,000 Bitcoin to be given away. So this is some liar right now. See? Let Treasure. So this guy is a scammer, right? It's sad, man, that they're letting him in there like that. No one gives away Bitcoin, man. Do not go to Elon 5. Like, don't do any of that stuff. All right? Here's the one thing CEOs of Ripple, Coinbase, and Square all agree on. Regulatory action against cryptocurrencies has always had an impact on the markets. With Bitcoin becoming more popular, officials have become calling for global regulation. Meanwhile, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is also taking a strict approach. To the date, it does not approve the many cryptocurrency tracking ETFs proposed by the investment firms, with New York-based fund manager Van Eck applying for registration of upcoming Bitcoin trust. Van Eck tried to get it over and over and over again. But the ripple effect, what they're all saying is together, they're all going to have a dilemma. Even Coinbase firms have their own separate demands for regulators, which Coinbase is also coming to the fore. The leading exchange, which is registered as Money Services Business with FinCEN, recently published a transparency report. This showed that 1,914 legitimate government requests it received in 2020 that mainly came in the form of subpoenas and sometimes included search warrants and court orders. Agents in the U.S. also sent a bulk of it, with 60% of the total. Although the Coinbase team noted that the exchange had an obligation to respond since requests were valid under financial regulations. The exchange made an interesting statement in the regard, yet we do not hesitate to push back where appropriate, even when it's inconvenient or costly to do so. If the world economy ran on a common set of standards that could not be manipulated by any company or country, the world would be more fair and a free place, and human progress would accelerate. The governments are holding us back by being crazy. It's a fact of life. Let's take a look at IOTX, and then I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. Yeah, if it's that small, then it's not worth looking at, Oliver. If a double top is on the 1 minute, then, what is it going to do for you? It's not going to do a lot. Unless you're seeing a huge, bigger version of it, you know what I'm saying? But we can get into that. I'm not saying you're 100% wrong at all. But there's just like a way you want to look at it, IOTX. Let's take a look at IOTX. You're saying it's forming a W. A little bit of a W there. There was your W there, forming out. Now it's forming the fallen wedge here, but it's going to break out. Look at the 1 hour. 1 hour looks healthy. Actually, stochastics are pointing up, so there's more room to go for IOTX. So I like what we're seeing here for IOTX. Just starting to break out here. Bit of a cup and handle action going on for IOTX too. So look at this bowl. This is a consolidative bowl. A giant W, actually. There's a giant W too. So if that's what you were talking about, then you were 100% correct, my friend. Also, interacting with the 200-day moving average in the falling wedge. I'm just going to keep bringing up the same stuff, guys, so you learn how to pick up on it. Falling wedge, interacting with the 200-day moving average. Price bouncing, starting to make its move. Look for it to break this level. IOTX breaks this level, it's going into all-time highs, because then it has really no resistance at all up to here. So pretty simple trade here for IOTX too on the USDT pair. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. We did a great show today. 70 likes. Everyone hitting it. I really, really appreciate it. Keep showing up. We also did some content we're going to rip out of this video and show you guys some more stuff. So stay tuned for more. I appreciate every single time that you show up here. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and just become part of the Lifer community. You guys mean the world to me. We're going to say it together like we always do. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. There's nothing else. Do not play yourself. Do not play yourself. Crypto's life, man. Look how much fun I'm having with a crypto life, right? And you could too. So, and if you want to join and become a lifer, hit the Telegram group below and join. It's that simple. And then you'll be on your road to becoming a lifer. There'll be so much information to learn, so many people to help you on your way to becoming financially independent. Be safe, guys. Have a great day. I love you. And I'll catch you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Peace. Look out for more content too later on today, as I'm going to be editing and pushing out more. Shout out to the Noel who gave me $4.99 on the live stream on the super chat. You mean the world to me, man. Thank you so much. Be safe. Peace.